Dust settles, moonlight sharp like a blade. Tuesday club door swing, cool cats invade. Rosie at the helm, a queen with no crown. Snaps fingers once, the whole room quiets down. Jackets leather, glasses frosted with steam. Laughter ricochets like a well-oiled machine. Dice rolling shadows, secrets drip like wax. Stylish assassins, no need to relax. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Tuesday nights where the ice don't melt. Every word spoken, every vibe felt. Rosie rules, no fools, no scrub. This ain't no party, it's the Tuesday club. Corners dim.
It's Tuesday, it's 10:30 p.m. It can mean only one thing, and that is, of course, Tuesday Club. Here at the Adams Arms, a hostelry for the hopeful, a place where football can and will still be fun. And let's face it, football is better when you're here. And today, the absolutely earth-shattering news that Vinicius Jr. may not be coming to Arsenal. The earth-shattering news delivered. Look, it turns out they wanted to stay in Real Madrid all the time. This is the funny thing about this story. We were talking about this on Sunday, and I think genuinely everyone in here has been really calm about it. It doesn't feel like Arsenal released this story. I know there's going to be loads of people doing their Gluminati thing, saying this is just the club trying to do a smoke screen because we're not signing anyone. Maybe we're not signing anyone. Maybe we are. But the news... David Ornstein's bomber, as we talked about on Sunday, was just that at all levels of Arsenal, they'd green-lit the idea of signing Vinicius Jr. Yeah, and as I said on Sunday and have said several times since to anyone who will listen, hopefully that's you, of course they've green-lit possibly signing Vinicius Jr. Hadn't got to the trouble of actually asking Vinny if he wanted to come, or whether Real Madrid were keen to sell him, or any of the things that normally you would categorize as transfer news. And yet it blew up. It blew up because it's a slow news period. It blew up because this is what transfer windows are now. They're just speculation and gossip. The reality is, look, you can have an opinion on what happens on a football pitch, by all means, because you can see what happens on a football pitch. Having an opinion about what happens in a transfer is ridiculous because you can't see what's going on. And I think we've learned from the Morgan Rogers debacle that most of these people don't really know what's happening. And none of us need to know what's happening until the player's holding up a shirt. It's only 3 days before our first pre-season friendly against Girona. There's lots to talk about. But I do want to talk about Bruno Guimarães. And I think Bruno Guimarães to Arsenal from Newcastle is a slightly different proposition in that we know that he actually wants to come to Arsenal, even though he was reportedly photographed on his holidays wearing a Newcastle United top hat. Sorry, I should say. He was wearing a hat. So Bruno Guimarães, is that him saying, I'm happy to stay up here with you lot and eat Greg's 24 hours a day? Or is it just like, honestly, do we all have to have a bloody good long hard look at ourselves and think, what are we doing getting so fascinated by transfer stories when really the news is till they're holding up a shirt? And I know you're all going to say the same thing as well, till they're holding up a shirt, but we can still speculate on players that we'd like to see come to Arsenal. For me, the Bruno Guimarães one came out of left field. I wasn't really a big fan of the idea at first because I don't like him. He's a nasty, niggly player who ran up behind, tried to sucker punch Jorginho. Not good. But I woke up, I think it was Sunday I woke up. Maybe it was Saturday. I woke up, no, it was Sunday. Woke up and I reached for my phone, went to the news aggregator, and I saw a story from David Ornstein, a bomber, as they've become known, that a deal was done. Bruno Guimarães, 75 million plus 5 million in add-ons to Arsenal, all but done and dusted. And then I couldn't find the story again. Turns out, I think I just dreamt it, which is absolutely pathetic that I should be in a position to be dreaming these things. I was in that twilight between wakeful and sleepful, and I must have imagined it all because nothing since then. Today, the story's inched a little bit further with it being apparently reported that is the kind of price that Newcastle want. They want about 80 million. Lots of people saying, why don't we just give them 80 million? Mate, it's not your money. Shut up. You know, if you follow me into the showroom and you're watching me buy a Ferrari, I don't need your input into how much I should just go. Just sign it. Just give them what they want. Does seem a bit tight, though. It seems a tiny bit tight that we're not just giving them the extra 5 million, getting it done. But trust in Berta. And if you didn't trust in the process and you still don't trust in the process, you can still trust in Berta. Anyway, bloody good that you're here. Thank you for being here. As I say, football is more fun when you're here. And for a change, and I'm not saying this is a welcome change, but for a change, Hawkwind is not the first one in. It's Montlake, Texas. Always great to see you. I'll only believe Guimarães to Arsenal when I see him standing between Berta and Arteta, holding an Arsenal jersey. I hope the deal goes through. I hope it does now. Also, like, what else do we do? Bradley Barkler, they want 170 million euros for Bradley Barkler. It has gone crazy, not paying it. But fantastic to see Montlake, Texas. Now, look here. He's on time. Wonderful. And don't start. I've arrived early to stop Dan getting grumpy. The timer is on. Less than 8 minutes to go. Good for you. And I was right on time. So have that. Damn right, Malty, unless I see them signing with Bertrand Arteta stood behind them. I know it's just some more internet hype. Why do people need so much internet? I mean, this whole Vinicius Jr. thing was utterly predictable, wasn't it? I mean, if you haven't even gone to the trouble of asking Vinny if he wants to come, turns out he feels like he still owes Real Madrid. There's lots to talk about in the whole Vinny Jr. saga. But be honest, I know everybody's like, oh, gutted, I really wanted him. I don't think it would work. I think when you start paying that much money, it's almost impossible for a transfer to work. But it's an evening, landlord. I'll have a pint of what? No Vinicius Jr. and a packet of emergency meeting. You're right. I should have thought that. I can't believe. Right. When Zanzi's right, he's seldom wrong. This is an emergency broadcast on all YouTube bulletin stations. There is currently a massive emergency. Please panic and run around like your knickers are on fire. Remember to stay tuned. I can confirm that Vinicius Jr., who was never intent on coming to Arsenal, is still not intent on coming to Arsenal. We will bring you more of this news as we get it, or not. It's up to you. We could talk about football. Oh, I don't mind. Hola, Zanzi. Hope you're well, legend. And then there's thumbs up here and there. There he is. BX Gunner 8129, the only BX Gunner. Jose, a big name is coming to the Arsenal. The Cronkies will have their man eventually. Thing is, the biggest names, apart from Dennis Bergkamp, let's look at it. Thierry Henry came to Arsenal, very little fanfare. Nick Anelka came to Arsenal, very little fanfare. Patrick Vieira, no one had ever heard of him. The greatest players, Santi Cazorla, the great players, you don't necessarily need to know a lot about them before they arrive, huh? Hey, what am I talking about here? No Vinicius Jr. to Arsenal. I'm going to finish that sentence for you. No Vinicius Jr. to Arsenal. Horror. There's going to be a meltdown. It is going to be a meltdown. Actually, do you know what? I've been surprised it hasn't been a meltdown. But I have been equally surprised at how many people have been so stupid about it. Oh, it'd be so exciting. Can we at least wait until someone's spoken to Vinny Jr.? I said it on Sunday. It's like telling your kids we're strongly interested in going to Disney World this summer. We looked into it, and it's expensive, so we're not doing it. How about Jan Venegor or Hessling or Socrates Papastopoulos? I won a prize for saying that, by the way. Or Cameron Bothwick Jackson. Now they're the big names. I see what Zanzi's done there, and whatever. Hey, if you can sucker punch Caicedo or Enzo for us, I'm. I do want to. This brings me to a question. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are two of the most, well, up until the start of this summer transfer window, which is seeing prices go up a little. Enzo and Caicedo. Would you call either Enzo Fernandez or Caicedo a flop or a success at Chelsea? Obviously, while you're thinking about it, do hit the like. It does make a difference, you know. Apparently, if I ask you to like, there's more chance that you'll like. But you know what you're doing here. This isn't your first bloody YouTube watch a lot live. It's mine. I've lost my mind. No, it's not your first YouTube channel, is it? Well, okay then, Zanzi. Imagine having the name Bothwick Jackson on your team shirt. That would be 100 for the shirt and 400 for the name. It would just be, I don't think anyone does though, do they? And there he is, Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling and sense, and sometimes very sensibly talks about films. And looking forward to another Mind Candy. I have to go and watch another film though. So, where are we up to? What do you all want to talk about? What's the plan? What are we talking about tonight? Do we want to wail and gnash our teeth and be frustrated and just frankly disappointed at Vinny Jr. for turning down the opportunity of a lifetime? I'm also quite interested, as I think, look, I would have said at the start of this window that my perfect summer transfer window would include Vinicius Jr., Julian Alvarez, probably Aid Bouadi, who I understand Man United are still very keen on, and Man City are interested in. But there is this overcoming the problem that Lille want to keep him for a season on loan. So you sell someone your car and go, is it, or if I still drive it for a year? And they go, yeah, right. And that's mad. So there is still a chance that we'll sign Julian Alvarez. And I don't know. I'm starting to fade a little bit on it. But there are some good reasons to have him on board. He is an exceptionally good player. I know there are a lot of people look at his stats and don't see it. But I am going to do a video later this week about why I think Julian Alvarez would be a perfect player for us. I think he's just a great match, work rate, creating goals as well as scoring them. He's not an out-and-out number 9. I saw the remarkable Sophie on Highbury Squad talking to Henry Wintel. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. That's kind of what's keeping me going through the insanity and hyperbole of this transfer window. It's things like Highbury Squad and Deluded Gooner, where you get common sense. It's not all just about they see the words Vinicius Jr. to Arsenal and then start discussing it like it's definitely going to happen. This is all far better for my sanity. More chance you'll get the 20 years old daughter next door than Arsenal getting Vinny. Made that a bit. Yeah. How do you know about who his neighbours are? That's just a little creepy. The internet this weekend absolutely gave the impression you were getting Vinny. I know, because there's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else. I mean, Bradley Barkley to Liverpool. This is a whole Real Madrid merry-go-round, isn't it? They finally, I mean, I can't remember who it was talking about how ridiculous it is that Real Madrid have signed Yan Diomande for 100 and whatever it was million. Guys had one season, to show what he's good. Hey, he looked good at the World Cup, but apparently Jose Mourinho wants him because he's fast. Maybe get 120 million for Martinelli then. Would you do it? Don't answer that. We're not selling Martinelli. At least it doesn't look like it at the moment. I enjoyed Mind Candy. We've got to do another one then. I really enjoyed talking about films is brilliant. Love it. Lord Thomas of Leeds, exactly. I've had Leeds fans calling me negatives. I still believe we're getting Trafford when I see him in the shirt. Yeah, I heard that. To be honest with you, is it just me? No, Dan, it's not just you. I hear you saying in unison as a chorus. Does anyone else have transfer stories? Because it just seems like it's us and Real Madrid. So Real Madrid, Yan Diomande, and then there's the Magnus Agliush, who's supposed to be on his way to Paris Saint-Germain. The chances of that happening will reveal whether or not Bradley Barcola can leave. And this whole merry-go-round with Liverpool interested. Who are we getting? Surely we're getting someone on the left wing. We haven't just let Trossard leave and Tolles come in. That's not our sum total of our transfer window. But be honest, if there's no one out there at the right price, so many people get upset with Arsenal because we don't want to pay more than somebody's worth. Is that such a bad idea? Like, is it so important that we spend money to bring in? It feels like people want to win the transfer window. Like, Arsenal fans are worried that people are going to laugh at us. Let me just say this, and I think I feel very strongly about this. If you're an Arsenal fan and you're worried that what opposing fans are going to sing at you, Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. If you're worried that Tottenham fans are going to take the mickey out of you because you didn't sign Vinicius Jr., just remind them that they signed Sandro Tonali for 100-something million pounds. And even he's betting that's a bad idea. 40-year-old keeper looked good at the World Cup to be fair. Well, Trafford, he's not 40. What are you on about? A 40-year-old keeper looked good at the, what are we talking about? I thought we were talking about Trafford. He's 22 or 3, isn't he? Am I going mad? Leads a rim for Julian Brandt. All right. Any other gossip? Let's just make this a Leeds United show, because at least that'll happen, right? At least those Arsenal are not signing Vinny Jr. How many of you, let me know in the comments, how many of you actually thought we were signing Vinny Jr. anyway? But I have to say that Bruno Guimarães, not just because I'm talking about Vozinha. Okay, good. I was going to say, you normally know your stuff. Let's see if I can get some help up here. Feel free to jump on board. Great to see so many of you, by the way. I'm expecting lots of likes. And I just want to say that the jewels, that was really beautiful. That was a real beautiful moment for Zanzi and I on Sunday. We got given jewels. If you've got jewels and you want to throw them at us, I'm fashioning a coat of many jewels. All of that good stuff. But really, the prize is that you are here. The prize is I'm so pleased that you're here with me. So that we can talk about these things. I am, of course, going to need. Oh, look at it! You're going to love this. The man, the myth, all across the world, people talk about him in hushed tones. Zanzi. That is a brilliant background, straight out of Scarface.
I'm miserable.
I know you wanted Vinnie Jr., but
Vinnie Jones, I did, yeah.
Vinnie Jr., yeah, you wanted Vinnie. But look, it's not the end of the world. We might still get Ollie Watkins.
Ooh.
No, we're not getting Ollie Watkins. I don't know where that came from. Should we have a moment's silence? No, that's bad. That's bad TV. We're not doing it. Some of these people are watching us on a television.
I'm too lazy to shake my head. I'm doing that.
That looks like it would take more effort than just shaking your head.
It does it.
Yeah. You've not thought this through.
No.
How have you been keeping since Sunday, since our fantastic show on Sunday, where we were festooned with jewelries? They have a commercial value, by the way. I looked it up. I was quite surprised.
Ooh, yeah. Well, no one's getting hold of my jewels. I know that. No, and no one would, really.
There aren't 1,000 of them either, are there?
No. Pretty worn out when you get to 65.
I hope I do, mate. I hope I do. With all of these transfer shenanigans and all this constant worrying, Vinny or not to Vinny. Vinny didn't.
Dear Mandy, yeah, I've just gone and checked. He's slower than Martinelli.
Everyone's slower than Martinelli, except unless you're Max Dowman.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Mind you, that being said, Martinelli was sort of jogging behind Max when he was running onto goal.
Yeah. But he couldn't have caught him because Max Dowman has had his Weetabix. And, 15. What a lovely age. I love that you've put that here and there. Diamante's not as fast as Martinelli. Fact. Should we expect you to be spitting facts?
Oh, no, I don't like spitting. It's horrible.
I know. Why does that come? I hate that phrase. I don't know how many of you watched The Beautiful Divide, which was a documentary tonight about the Arsenal-Tottenham rivalry. No spoilers. It's shit. Don't bother. Absolute horseshit. I'm not going to talk about Tottenham tonight, even though they have spent a lot of money. João Pedro looks in good form. Chelsea were playing Western Australia and were losing, and then João Pedro, and then they equalised, and João Pedro came on, scored 3 goals in extra time. Not extra time, but injury time.
Against Western Australia.
Yes, they finally beat Western Australia 6-4. But I have to say, it doesn't bode well for Rory Delap. Chelsea, no Morgan Rogers for them today, which is a shame. I was kind of hoping I'd see something from him. The context for me bringing Vozinha was because you said Real are spending 100 million on a player who looked good at the World Cup. Gotcha. Who, of all of players in the World Cup, there's that Cape Verde guy. I thought, can we start a rumour that we're buying Kylian Mbappe because at every level of Arsenal there is a willingness to do the deal if it's possible?
What about Haaland?
No, that I don't know. I'd have Haaland. I hate. God, I'm gonna. I don't even like thinking that I'm gonna say it, but I am gonna say it. remember to stay. He's beautiful.
I have to admit, I didn't like him before the World Cup, but now I think he's okay.
I'm warming to him. I'd certainly have him at Arsenal. I'm not gonna pretend I wouldn't. Here he is. This is much better from Chris, coming in with hey, handsome chaps, and he's not wrong. Hey, hello, beautiful Chris Nix, and getting lots of love. Martina, did I miss something? Navratilova, Bosch champions, Bosch, AFC Rids, Absa, bloody flipping, freaking lootly. Still before the watershed. Yes, it is indeed. Bosch. We are the champions, my friend. I'm more excited about signing Welsh wonder kid Axel. I can't say his name. I absolutely have no idea how to say his name. Yeah, exactly. AFC Rids. Well said, mate. He's going to be a genuine superstar. A superstar in the making. Or not. We never know with the youngsters. But there's all this narrative being peddled at the moment. Look, we lost out on Morgan Rogers because we didn't bid for him, which is a lot of the reason why you don't get a player often, isn't it? If you don't bid for him, it's very hard to do the deal. We're sort of going, how much for this? How much for this centre mid / left wing player of yours? And we're going, we want 100 billion trillion, and we go, well, that seems like a lot. And then Chelsea go, well, we'll pay it. And we go, okay, I'm going to do a deal. That's fine. So we've missed out. Everyone else has missed out. They have massively overpaid. But then there's also the thing is, we missed out on this, and I've totally forgotten his name now. Oh, Jeremy Monga, because we didn't want to pay a couple of million more than he's worth. That's all right, though, isn't it? I'm absolutely fine with a player I don't care about not signing because they want 12 million for a teenager. Stop it. Look at this. Mbappe's a prima donna. Don't you want him to be, though? Don't you? I mean, isn't Messi a prima donna? Wasn't Maradona a prima donna? Prima Maradona. I don't mind if there's... Look, Mr. Tom will tell you, Eric Cantona's a prima donna. Had his best years in the Leeds shirt. I remember. Hey, look at this opportunity YouTube. After missing out on Mind Candy, which I'm reliably informed he would have enjoyed the crap out of, and missing out on the Sunday show, which is always at 10:30 on a Sunday, so there's no real excuses for that, has finally made it to Tuesday Club. And now we welcome you. Great to have you here, by the way. Make sure you click a like. That's all we ask for. Welsh footballer has playing for Leeds all over him. Lovely. I'd love to play for Leeds. It's not far and it rains all the time, so I'll be right at home. Eric Cantona retired in 1992.
I think his name is just purely pronounced Donchev.
Do you think that because you just looked it up?
Yes.
Well, then that'll do for me. How am I as pixelated at the moment? Because I've gone to a great deal of trouble to be not pixelated tonight.
No, you're very unpixelated. But you have a white spot on your left cheek, which I think is probably your light. Yeah,
that's because it's my third eye.
Yeah,
I have no idea what that is. Something. Oh, it's the light. It's that light back there.
It is. Yes.
Do you see?
Yes.
Gone. There we go. This is real. This is better than telly, isn't it?
Fuck me.
Philip Schofield wouldn't have done all this.
No.
Right. That's not too much about the Schofield.
Philip Schofield would have done all sorts of things, but
come and work for me, Zandy.
No, thank you.
We could do some overtime.
I'm too old.
And some undertime. Mr. Tom, not this time. He's not James, whatever his name was. Your camera work was excellent on Thursday, sir. Looking at his scouting videos, he does remind me of Aaron Ramsey. Well, that's bloody good. We'll have him then. Prime time viewing. Look at this. Gooner 542. Where else would you be on a Tuesday at 10:30 but here to discuss Bruno Guimarães? Do you think there's anything into this that I am basically Mystic Meg woke up and had a dream that David Ornstein had? It is a bit weird when you think that you've seen something like that and it turns out you haven't. And then a couple of days later, you're watching YouTube and they say the bid that looks like it's going to be accepted is 75 million plus 5 million add-ons. You're like, well, I dreamt that on the weekend. Maybe we should stop listening to... Do you actually follow any transfer news at all, Sandy?
No, I just have a quick flick through that Gooner news every now and then, and I'll look at it and think, okay, whatever.
That level of excitement.
Well, there's absolutely no point, is there? I mean, like last season, we had Berta in, and I didn't really know much about Berta, and then all of a sudden we signed Incapia, and we signed.
Who did we sign first? Who was the first one across the line last year? Was it? It wasn't. It was Zubi, wasn't it? I think Zubi was first.
I think Zubi was first, and I thought, oh wow, that's good.
Sammy Mokbel had released a story of Zubimendi coming in January, and it's a little bit. It is, I always say it's a bit like finding out what you're getting for Christmas in June.
Yeah, but it's amazing with Zubi. Everyone was saying before he signed for Arsenal, he's really fucking good, brilliant, he's brilliant. As soon as we signed him, he's shit.
Well, Liverpool desperately tried to sign him, and he was good then.
Yeah.
But then we signed him, and it turns out he's shit, and he's always been shit, and he'll always be shit, and he's washed like Saka is.
Yeah, but that being said, for the first half of this season, he was really shit hot.
Yeah, I think.
And it was a toss-up between him, Timber, and Rice as to who's going to be man of the player of the season.
Yeah. Scored a couple of very good. Oh,
that volley from outside the box, his first goal.
Yes. Oh. What? So Zubi was. I think Zubi was first. I could be wrong though. I'm relatively certain. I don't know what's happened to my light.
It's gone very bright.
Right. Let's adjust everything. Here we are. I'm relatively certain it was Zubi to start with. Guys in the chat will tell us. They'll be better at this than us. But so we had Zubi. Then I remember the whole fucking petition. For Noni Madueke. I mean, you have to just wonder, don't you? You have to go like
2,000 signatures. Woo.
I thought it was 5, but you said on Sunday, didn't you? It was 2,000. I think that's a lot of people to sign a signature that should all just fuck off.
It's amazing the fact that is something which is on the internet, which basically the whole world can look at.
Isn't it something like if you get 5,000 signatures, it has to be read in Parliament? I mean, that would have been funny.
I think it's 100,000, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of Parliament. I'd have watched that though. No. I put it to you that Mr. Speaker, Noni Madueke, where are we given to understand he's good with both feet? Will he be expected to play on the left wing? Rah! That's what we wanted. Didn't happen. Maybe this time. Maybe we can. That'd be an interesting game we can play, wouldn't it? Which player would raise the biggest stink? Which player do people really not want at Arsenal? There's a couple. I'm going to come back to this point. In the comments, can you let me know if there's one player you go, no, definitely not. Absolutely not. Richarlison, Anthony, they're up there. Would you
Romero from Tottenham?
Romero is the one.
He's linked with us.
No, he's not. It's just not. He isn't, and that's not happening. I was talking to a couple of Newcastle fans earlier today. They still think they can keep him. Do you know what? You've given me every opportunity. You've set me up beautifully for it, because when,
I'm earning billions, but you can't. You have to sell.
You don't have to sell this summer. It's all paper nonsense. You haven't got a clue.
Pete.
I just love him. We don't have to sell Bruno. I'd rather sell the Tyne Bridge and Greg's. I think he's off, mate. What do you do when your player says, I don't want to be here anymore? You just go, right? So fuck off then. Look, that was what I was reading about Julian Alvarez when he just said to, Pep, the fact that he didn't play him in the semi-final and the final of the Champions League, whilst understandable because he's got Erling Haaland, he's like, I want to play in these kind of matches, so I can't do that here. I'm going to go. And he left. You're right, Guna 542. You're absolutely right. Zubi was done since Jan. Sammy Mokbel told us all about it. Brilliant. Same here, mate. Paid $9.99 for the early bird pass to watch Ilian Meslier, Reece Nelson, and Fabio Vieira. It's going to be really interesting who plays in that game, but it definitely won't be Vinny Jr.
Is this Girona?
Girona, yeah. In Spain. I don't know if they stayed up last season, but they had a bad season last season. I don't know who's going to play in that, but you imagine that none of the World Cup attendees will be in it. Just remembered it was Dan James. Don't know who Dan James is. Who said Bruno signing for Arsenal no bids? I said it. Welcome. I'm going to try Kishan Nanda. Great to see you. But I said it and I dreamt it. So it's definitely happening. I don't usually dream things that don't. Oh, Garnacho, mate. That's going to take some absolute beating, that one. Garnacho to Arsenal. Can you imagine? Oh, there isn't a one of us that wouldn't sign that petition. I'd sign it twice. I'd sign it for my family as well. AFC Rids with Harry Kane. That's not. Listen, I'm with you there, but come on, that's not as contentious as. All right, okay. What's this? FU Bruno said won't kick like Isaac Numpty. Oh, that's not a sentence. That there's so much wrong with that. Well, let's see. Shall we just wait and see? Do you want to get in touch and let me know what kind of money you want to put on it? Because I'll take your bet all day long. He's leaving. He doesn't want to play for Newcastle anymore. Let him go. Don't keep people against their will, you hostage takers. It's ridiculous. Sorry that nobody wants. I do feel bad for Newcastle. We've talked about it before, but it's mitigated by their awful attitude when they thought that the Saudis were going to bankroll them to being the biggest club in the world, and they were dancing around. And now the Saudis have gone, not interested in football anymore. Sozzles. But you were going to, because you know what? People have been, I'm going to say this as well, not to be contentious, but because it's true. And I think that the Adams Arms is a hostelry for hopeful, but it's also a place of integrity. Saudi Arabia, the PFI, Saudi Investment Fund, have not invested in the players that Newcastle want. And I'm hearing a lot of people saying it's because of profit and sustainability. Well, explain why they haven't built you a new training ground yet. Because that's a write-off against PSR. And if they did that, you'd be able to spend more money. But they haven't. So the reason that they haven't is because they don't want to. I think the Saudi Investment Fund was coerced or convinced for a laugh to buy Newcastle by Sunderland fans.
How much did they pay for Newcastle?
I have no idea.
More than 50 quid, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely more than 50
All
quid.
right.
More than 50 quid.
Well, no, because what I'm thinking is, I mean, how much will they get for the actual grounds and turning it into really high class?
It's in a really good bit of
like
Newcastle. I mean,
that.
it's right bang in the centre. It's a short walk from the main station. So I love Newcastle, and I've never had a bad experience in Newcastle with Geordies. I think they're brilliant. But it's football, and it's divisive. I could probably meet a Spurs fan and get on with them. Don't test me. But what you can't, but Newcastle fans giving it, he's not going anywhere. All right. Listen, we're Arsenal fans. We lived through this. Actually, Cole's not going to Chelsea. He wouldn't. And then he did.
Yeah.
And
he's not going, is he? Oh, he did.
No, he wouldn't go. He wouldn't go. So why would Cesc want to go to Barcelona?
No.
Robin Van Persie to Man United. You're having a laugh, in you?
Sanchez to Man U. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Why would he go there? He is mad. The whole Sanchez thing when he gets there and goes, actually, is the first day written into? Do I still have to stay here if I don't like it? Yes, mate. It's not. Henrik's gone the other way. That's a weird one. Henrik Mkhitaryan never worked out at Arsenal, but it wasn't because he wasn't a good player, obviously. But they said they were the new Man City. Why would anyone want to be the new Man City? Man City are at the end of a glorious period. Those delusional see you next Tuesday Geordies need to remember how many tweets they sent with our fan base begging for Joe Willock. Yeah, he's leaving. And has he left or is he leaving? Do we know? He's definitely the subject of transfer because I think he's gone now, Joe Willock. Yeah. I really liked Joe Willock. I was really, when it started so well for him, didn't it? And then it kind of petered out.
Yeah, because he beat the record for the amount of goals, consecutive goals, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Did he?
Yeah.
I know that he started brilliantly. God, he's 26 now. Oh, where does the time go? It seems like only yesterday he was a young sprog. So he's a market value of £12 million now with 2 years left on his contract. So half of what he was worth when we sold him. I love a bit of this. I love a bit of this. Charles 87, mate. I loved your question on DG yesterday. Was it yesterday? Absolutely love your questions. How are you? Sports journalism, especially transfers, the same value engagement. Then there is David, who values just reporting. David has a long history with the club since his BBC day. Oh, you talking about Ornstein? Yeah, I do think that he has stepped up now. I can't be the only person who's utterly sick of Fabrizio Romano. Di bomb, here we go. Maybe not. I don't know. I know nothing. Because it's ridiculous. Most of them are just basically getting information that the clubs want them to have, right? Somehow Vinicius Junior's agent has probably got involved and gone numb. But also, I will say David Ornstein is brilliant, but I don't hold him responsible for his. I think we're talking about David Ornstein. Charles, can you clear that up if I've just gone off on a meaningless tangent, which does happen and isn't always the worst thing in the world. But I think David Ornstein would be genuinely surprised at the way him reporting that Arsenal would be keen to sign Vinicius Junior turned into Arsenal are signing Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior has an Arsenal tattoo. Here we go. Here we go. Adonza. I told you already. Here we go. It's nearly an here we go. It's a here we go. Fabrizio's been wrong so many times. It's ridiculous. None of them. Ben Jacobs, I watched him. It's almost like a parody of football now, isn't it? You can be watching Ben Jacobs talking about how Vinicius Junior is still on, and then underneath it, the scrolling headline, Vinicius Junior to start Real Madrid, but no one's told Ben Jacobs. So there's still legs to this story. I'm just reading along with everyone else that it's all a load of, never mind. Here we go. Here we go. There is no here we go. I am worried about the state of our fan base if we don't sign a player they've heard of. Because Christos Solis, everyone's saying he's shit. I don't think he is, Isn't it funny? Zanzi, look, I want to get your impression on this. Christos Solis, have you seen his numbers for Club Brugge?
Yes.
It's like 95 goal involvements in 99 games or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I just loved it when he was saying that what he wants to do is he wants to score goals and provide goals. And you don't hear that from people.
No, you don't. And also make the tea.
Yeah,
and I quite like, if I can, I'd quite like to clear up the changing room when everyone's finished, and I can make sandwiches. But right, so I
can mow in straight lines as well.
He comes across really well. I really like him. I think he's going to be quite a player. Whether or not he does it in his first season, it's always a bit tricky. But he's not the big name everyone wants. Everyone's playing, I want a marquee signing. It's like, well, you can't have one. Jog on. Right, so it's not consuming many of us gooners, unlike many who are consumed with these stories. If not two Brazilians, Vinny Jr. and Bruno, how about two Frenchmen, Barkler and Manu Kone? Do you want to go on this one? I've got a strong opinion on this one.
No, after Barco 145 million. No, thanks.
No, I don't think no. Although 130 million pounds is about, I think, what they're asking for. It's about the same price as Julian Alvarez. You are talking about a player who's, elite, gets game time in the France national team and at Paris Saint-Germain. Maybe not as much as he wants. Clearly not as much as he wants. He's definitely said he won't sign a new contract extension. He has 2 years to go. Paris Saint-Germain aren't going to have the same problem that they had with Mbappe again. So he's going to go. Apparently, he's shown some interest in Liverpool. Fair play. Liverpool, great side. Good players all round. Need someone on the left. Manu Kone, honestly, I only know what I've seen, the little bit I've seen of him, but he does look solid. But for me, I would take Bradley Barkler in a heartbeat at 120, 130 million, because I think he is the out-and-out left winger. I think if you looked at reasons a transfer would fail, he would be our best left winger. I'm not saying he's miles ahead of Martinelli, but some people will tell you he's miles ahead of Martinelli. He's definitely a very good left winger, and I don't think we've had a very good left winger for some time. And it'd be great. Imagine if we signed Barkler and it just makes Martinelli as good as he's ever been, and then you've got two great players. He's also the kind of player that if you sign him and something happened to Arteta, he left or was sacked, the next manager in would still rate Barkler. He is sort of not as versatile, but you know exactly what his position is. So he would play on the left. There's no kind of, with Morgan Rogers, it was a bit of a head scratcher. Like, does he play through the middle? Does he play as a false nine? Is he left wing? With Bradley Barkla, he's a left winger. He's a great left winger. He's got good. He's won everything, you know. So, like, I think Bradley Barkla would be, and Manu Kone, I would be delighted. But where is Manu Kone going? I mean, isn't it? Is City interested in him as well? They're not happy having just spent money on Elliot Anderson. And then I had a friend who lives in Belgium and supports Brugge, and he said he is a great player, a faster Trossard with better finishing. He was the best player and they all loved him. This is it. And also Harry Symeou, who's in Cyprus, who I really like, actually. He's talking about how important he is to the Greek national side. He's very well loved by the Greek national side. And come on, it's fitting that we have Greek players at Arsenal. North London is Greek and Turkish, you know, so like, come on. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see him play. I think he's going to be brilliant. And I'm well, can I just say, Christos Solis, on behalf of the Adams Arms regulars, welcome to Arsenal. We love you already. We'll come up. There's a couple of songs doing the rounds. Solis, the sound of Solis. Oop, oop, it's the sound of Solis. I don't think that's quite the song we should be doing yet. But, you know, we don't do enough of that in here, by the way. I was thinking that, listening to that's courtesy of Handbrake Off. Great podcast. I'm sure you all listen to. But they were talking about chants and things and what your favourite chant is. Stick a pin in that because I do want to ask you as well, Zan Lindsay, what your favourite chant is. But I'm ready to love Christos Solis. I don't necessarily want him to be our only signing this summer because I think we could do with more. But Vinny's in Jamaica listening to Bob Marley smelling secondhand ganja smoke, indulging in jerk chicken while we offer 100% control of his image rights. What a life. Do you think we would offer 100% control of his image rights? I don't think we should. But I don't really care either. Arsenal fan tweeted that Vinny would destroy Port Vale, so the Port Vale Twitter admin roasted him. There is still banter in football. Some ITKs are like, I've solid concrete connections. I can confirm my next door neighbour's sister's aunt's brother's fiance's dog sit for Vinny's housekeeper's stepmom, and she says it's on. Do you know what, Charles? I always love your comments. But the point here is that as much as Fabrizio Romano can say it with chest, you know, you can't have sources at every club, and the point is, usually they're telling him what they want you to know. Really secretive £120 million deals. You probably don't go, better phone Fabrizio. I want to keep this stum. Call Fabrizio Romano. Tell him about the Adonza.
Don't tell anyone, but...
Yeah, Fabrizio, keep this to yourself, right? Shh. We love you already, Daniel. I'm in Cyprus right now. Oh, mate, jealousy. Jealousy.com. Talk to me, Chris. What is the feeling, certainly on the Greek side, of Christos Solis? Is he popular? Is he well loved? I'm fully ready to fall in love with Christos Solis, just like Anders Limpar. Do you know what I mean? Like, we brought Anders Limpar in. I wasn't thinking, I can't believe we've got Anders Limpar. This is amazing. I was like, who the fuck's Anders Limpar? And then, of course, it turns out it's Super Anders Limpar. Super Greek. Super Greek. Super Greek. Super. I can't do it, really. Christos Solis. But just do okay, proof sent to Zanzias. I know he loves this sort of excrement. Well done. My favourite chant is, come and have a go if you think you're harder. Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger forever. Known as one of the Mexico watch-along regulars. That was great, wasn't it? Jude Bellingham, I've just heard that this just in. Yes, I can confirm that throughout the hierarchy at Port Vale, there is broad agreement that if they can do a deal for Jude Bellingham at the right price, they fully intend to do it. Do remember you saw that here first. Port Vale are signing Jude Bellingham. That's as clear as I can put that.
I don't think you're going to be able to see it, are you?
Not with your background on.
No.
It's always fun to watch you try, though.
No, it was someone saying, "Bro, imagine Vinny playing Carabao Cup versus Port Vale."
Listen. You know what? Like, it's going to sound. It's really irritating. I feel like I said enough about Vinny Jr. I would have been happy to sign Vinny Jr., but it was a lot of money. It would have probably ruined the dressing room. I don't know if he would have worked and tracked back enough, and I'm not sure how. I think something I read that was really interesting to me, based on it was actually about Julian Alvarez, but it also got. I also saw them talking about this in relation to Vinny Jr. as well, which was just simply that some of these players don't want to play in England because it's relentless. No winter break, constant. Every team that you play is really tough. And the pace is a little bit too fast. And I can see that. I can understand why if you're Vinny Jr., you're like, I don't know if I really want to.
No.
I don't know. I don't fancy it. But who knows?
It's nice and warm in Spain.
It is. Well, it is. Well, Madrid's not that warm.
No.
It's not that much. Well, I mean, it is in summer, obviously. Konstantinos Karetas is currently the poster boy for Greek football. He is now off to Dortmund. I think I've heard of him. I can't swear to it, though. Hey, Fabrizio, keep this to yourself. Solis is very liked. Dortmund are signing Karetas, who I think is better. Does he play up front, though?
I think I've had one of those in the kebab shop once. Maybe not.
That's just too... Sandy.
I know.
You can do better than that. We hold you to a higher standard than that. Do you believe if Vinny is open, then stuff like Josh is involved, a task force is created exclusively? I think I would question the sanity. Like, I know this is a really unpopular thing to say because people just want a big name transfer. They want Arsenal to be signing big name players. But I kind of look at it and say, Vinny didn't score the most goals in La Liga playing for Real Madrid. How many goals do you think? What would the difference be in having Vinny? Would signing Vinny Jr. mean we definitely win the league or the Champions League? And if so, then yeah, I can see why we would spend £600,000 a week, even if none of the other players want pay rises, because you suddenly found £600,000 a week. Like, you're just negotiating with Bukayo Saka. It's 300,000. It's a good amount. But he gets 600,000, does he? And I don't think it was a good idea, but I just don't know what people are expecting, really.
Plus his salary is going to be like 33 million plus a year as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the £600,000 a week works out as about 30 million a year, and then you've got to buy him, so that's another 70 to 80 at the very bottom. So if he's signing a 5-year contract, that's 230 million. It's $250 million in cold hard cash. For that money, what does signing Vinicius do? I mean, obviously a shirt sales. He's apparently, I don't know if this is true, someone in the comments will tell me, apparently he does £1 million worth of shirt sales a week as well. I can't be true, but I might have made that up. I don't know. David Ornstein told me that one. Dan and Zanzi, no matter what happens from here on, we'll always have the Azteca. Beautiful, beautiful comment. That's my comment of the night so far. You're going to have to work hard to beat that. I'm almost tearful. Zanzi, take over. I can't do this.
That's 10,000 odd shirts a week, that is, isn't it?
Million. I don't know. It depends what you charge. If you're charging 10 grand a shirt,
if it's like 100 quid a shirt,
yeah. I don't think that's why he wants his image rights, isn't it? I don't know if that counts on shirt sales, though. I would have been happy with Vinny, though. I wouldn't have gone through Twitter roasting everyone about it based on an Ornstein report. He's so true, isn't it? It is so true. All right, here we go. Almost as always happens with Chelsea fans, your fans need to pack it in with Vinny. You're so late to the party. We've literally just spent 50 minutes saying he's not coming, right? And then in swoops a Chelsea lion saying, out of everybody's league in the Premiership, Madrid are the biggest club in the world. They are the biggest club in the world. We agree on that. We may not agree on many things, but we do agree that Ida Gudjonsson was a great player, and we do agree that that Vinny Jr. is not coming to us. I don't know about this one though. Vinny Jr. is a smokescreen, classic Berta. I love to be in Berta's position. He does anything at all, and it's like, oh, classic Berta. Oh, he's quite. I mean, I think of all of the transfers that make some sense to me, because we are clearly not. 100% sure which player we want. So maybe it's because we thought maybe we'd see if Vinny Jr. becomes available. It was always really unlikely. And Gudjonsson's left nut. I did say this as soon as I saw the rumours for Vinny. Like, it wasn't enough of a story for me to believe in at any point. And that said, I did feel also I probably wouldn't do the deal for Vinny. I know that everyone wants us to have like the Galacticos, but getting any player, getting the world's best players away from Real Madrid is bloody hard. When's it ever happened? When have Real Madrid ever lost a player they wanted to keep to the Premier League? I just don't think that's ever going to happen.
Odegaard?
No, but they didn't want him.
Yeah.
You know, that's Ancelotti was like, I think I want, but maybe not. And it's not like they didn't fight us tooth and nail. We got him for like 30 million or something. We got him for a third of an Elliot Anderson. A quarter of an Elliot Anderson. We got him for Elliot Anderson's armpit. What the bloody... Thank you, Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling. Do you know what? It's one of my favourite things about him. He says what I'm thinking. What I don't know. I have no idea what image rights are. Imagine every time he's reproduced on FIFA or something like that, he gets a cut of it and the club don't if we're giving away 100% image rights. I just think it makes more sense to me that Tottenham would buy Vinny Jr. And he'd instantly become shit. I know, really, but not really a thing you hear branded about in England. It's like lots of things, like people say PSR, and you know they don't really know what the fuck they're talking about. There's loads of things that people do this. Explain what is image rights, Dan. Enlightenment, please. Why 100% in England and why more 100% clubs in the Spanish leagues? It's clearly... I know what it is in other industries. I know that... famously, the era of personal image rights was ushered in by George Lucas in the film Star Wars. I don't know if any of you have seen that film. It's a lovely little space film. But basically, some of the cast got a percentage of their image rights. So when they made figurines, toy figures out of them, they got a percentage of every sale. Obviously, when it comes to image rights in football, I don't know if it's all the little figurines that make the difference. I don't know to what degree if a player has no image rights and they do a sponsorship deal. I don't know if the club gets some of it or anything like that. I really don't know. But I tell you what, if there's I can look it up and come back to you on the next show and we can have a talk about it. Oh my God, there's a name you don't hear often. Opportunity YouTube. I had to endure Glenn Helder, Eddie McGoldrick, and Cabo Diawara. Ronaldo voice. I think I deserve. Glenn Helder. He was fucking awful. He was fast though. He was rapid. Out of those, I've always had my problem with Jimmy Carter. I think he's probably my least favourite signing, just because when I went to get my I helped Ian Wright when he arrived at the Arsenal World of Sport, you know, when it used to be next to Finsbury Park Station. Me and my mate went there. It was after my birthday and I wanted to get some presents for family and stuff. And there was a bloke lifting boxes out of the back of a really unassuming looking vehicle, like car. And we helped. Did you want a hand with that? And turned out it was Ian Wright. And I was like, bloody hell. You know, we knew he'd signed. What are you doing here? He goes, I'm here doing a book signing. I was like, oh, right, I'll have one of them. Anyway, he was so lovely. And when he saw us queuing up, he went, no, come up to the front. And me and my mate went up and he took the book. And it wasn't an Ian Wright book. It was called Heroes and Villains. And it was about Tottenham and Arsenal. And he signed it. Lovely little signature on there and a nice little message. And then Jimmy Carter, who was sat next to him, goes, gives it here, you want mine as well, will you? And I was like, no, why would I want Jimmy Carter's signature on anything? Unless you're the ex-president of the United States, you can fucking, as if you're going to be a great fucking Arsenal player. Donut. Jimmy, if you're
I can't even remember them. I can vaguely remember his name. That's about it.
Yeah, he was not great. He even played at Millwall. I think I can't remember where we signed for. 500,000, I think we signed him for. Oh, all right, you've packed it in. Fair play. I'll pack it in as well. No, we can still have a bit of banter. I'm not here to defend the entire Arsenal fan base, but I will agree with you that we've lost our collective minds when it comes to YouTube. when it comes to YouTube, we have completely lost our fucking marbles. Half of Arsenal fans on YouTube are like, everything's shit. It's really shit. It's worse than shit. It's worse than the Titanic shit. It's shit. Why can't we sign Vinny Jr.? The thing that annoyed me, and it shouldn't have annoyed me, is I like Turkish, but I'm used to seeing him look like someone ran over his his pet dog. And so when he's sitting there going, because there's a story that people at Arsenal might sign Vinny Jr., it's just silly. It's just nonsense. I'm not saying that Ornstein is untrustworthy, more that he essentially said Arsenal are interested and the internet put 2 and 2 together. Mr. Tom, that's exactly how I feel. His story, when you read it, and Deluded Guna was brilliant about this. He goes, just read the story. Like, just read it. It's like that Arsenal have greenlit an approach for Vinny Jr. You know, it's not, I'm thinking of marrying Anne Hathaway, says, mate next door. All right. Is she interested in you? Well, I haven't told her yet, but I've greenlit it. It could happen now. Do you know what I mean? Fucking nonsense. I'm having to click on accept cookies to see Chelsea in 25-26 league table. That could be comment of the night. Good Johnson's left night. Did you watch the friendly where you slaughtered Western Australia? So we should have finished second, but we threw the league on purpose. Our Chelsea fan had the line ready, and it was hell bent on using it. Let him enjoy it, Dan. He thinks we cry about Vinny. Vinny didn't make us, and Vinny won't break us. We're still the Arsenal. God, Jack Swagger. What? We expect greatness from you, Jack, but you are on form tonight. I think Claude Makelele was the only one Real Madrid wanted to keep, but could not turn down the Russian mafia gas money. No. I can't remember who the manager was that didn't rate him. We talked about this on Sunday, weren't we? He wasn't wanted. They let him go because they didn't want him, which is insane. Obviously, he's a great player. Some players just aren't easy on the eye as other players. Abramovich was a benefactor. He was a Russian Jack Walker. Yeah, I mean, I will say Jack Walker didn't buy a football club just to keep his profile high enough that he wouldn't be executed like all the other people he hung around with. Abramovich is a slightly more Bond villain-esque character than Jack Walker. Yeah.
Did you want to know some facts about James William Charles Carter?
Yes, I do.
Right.
Well, you've already told me 2 facts I didn't know.
Right. He was at Crystal Palace for a year, didn't play.
Yeah.
At QPR for 2 years, didn't play.
Yeah.
At Millwall for 4 years, played 110 times, scored 11 goals.
Yeah.
Went to Liverpool for 1 year, played 5 times.
Yeah.
Didn't score.
It was
Came
around
to
the
Arsenal.
Thomas time, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Didn't he? Was he a make weight in the Michael Thomas deal? Am I making that up? Like, what year Michael Thomas left to go to Liverpool? I think it was the same year.
It was 91, 95.
Yeah, I think it was 1991 that Michael Thomas went to Liverpool.
So it was around that area, wasn't it? He played 25 times for us.
Yeah.
Scored twice.
No, he wasn't very good.
In 94, he was on loan to Oxford. Didn't score. On loan to Oxford the year later. Didn't score. Then went to Portsmouth and finally finished up at Millwall again.
And did score, probably.
No, he didn't score for Millwall. And he scored 8 times for...
You know what? I'm not here to make... Jimmy, if you're watching this, you owe me a fucking Ian Wright signature, by the way. You ruined my Ian Wright signature.
So he actually signed it then?
He had a little... Literally, Ian Wright was sitting there. Me and my mate Sam had joined the back of the queue because we wandered around and bought stuff, and he was sitting there signing his book, and I hadn't bought his book. I can't even remember what he was signing, to be honest with you. And so I had this copy of Heroes and Villains. It's a brilliant book. And I have it somewhere with his signature in it. But he called us over, because we'd helped him carry the thing in. And I remember Ian Wright saying, "I hope people turn up." And I was like, "Mate, they'll turn up. You're a ledge." This was. I'm trying to think. This would have been the season that he signed, but towards the December of it. Didn't we sign him in September? I think we signed him in September. So this was only a few months after he'd been there. He'd already scored on his debut. He was brilliant. Ian Wright, man, like absolutely one of my favourite footballers of all time. Can't beat it. Chris wants to know, is image rights a bit like music catalogue, I would assume? It's difficult to see because that's your intellectual property. That's I don't know how you can have intellectual property of your own image. But that said, I really don't know enough about it. Fucking spiders. Just fuck off. Like baby bats. What's your realistic...
I can enlighten you onto that. What image rights include is personal identity, player's name, nicknames, initials, and voice. Physical likeness and photographs, video footage.
Can I do you know from that, does that imply that if you put a name on the back of a shirt that he has to get a cut of that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I suppose. I don't know.
I don't know how that would work. What if someone spells it wrong? Which, let's face it, is not out of the question. Maybe that could be a scam. Arsenal could go, you can have 100% of your image rights, but every time they spell it VINNY. Oh, sorry, Vinny. Did you not get your... What is going on with these footballers? How much money do you need? Seriously, 600 grand a week? That not enough? I know that the problem at Real Madrid is he wants to earn the same amount as Kylian Mbappe, but Kylian Mbappe was a free transfer. I love this question. AFC, I'm pretty sure he's asking if Good Johnson's left nut. What's your realistic finish expectations this season with Alonso? I am a little bit worried about Chelsea with Alonso, but they do still need to sign some players. But it is also funny how they've suddenly gone, we want Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson. It's like they've just gone, right, our problem is that the average age isn't good enough, so sign Methuselah up front. Everything's fixed. We ain't winning the league again with Martinelli. You don't know that. You don't know. It's a dangerous thing to do. We saw what's happened to Tony Adams. The first season we won it was the first season. He said, man, you're not going to win it with Martin Odegaard as captain. I've seen people saying, yeah, but Martin Odegaard barely played. All right. But he didn't say that, did he? Alonso should have us third, way behind Arsenal, Man U. Do you think Man United would be second? I'm really interested because of all the managers in the Premier League right now, there aren't the standout Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp types. Arteta probably is the manager. Obviously, Alonso for his time at Vizekusen. He's got to be considered a really good manager. I mean, don't get offered the Real job if you're not really good. And he's the manager, so he's not team coach. So he's going to have some input. I am sure that Chelsea will have a good season. Third could be on the cards. I definitely put them ahead of Villa. But I don't know if I can put them ahead of Liverpool because Iraola is a great manager, has proven himself at Bournemouth, and I think this is going to be really interesting. Could be a Thomas Frank to Tottenham type thing, but I don't know. Can we all get in on this? Where do we see Chelsea? Banter aside, let's not just do the banter thing. Let's not just say Chelsea are two bob and are descending into the twilight of their existence. He did. Jimmy Carter ruined the book. Because I'd show people Ian Wright signature. Who's that one? And that's Jimmy Carter. Who the fuck is Jimmy Carter? Oh, I don't know. Just some.
Did you get some Tipex?
No, I didn't get some Tipex. And it's even worse. The story gets worse because he kind of wrote his large Jimmy Carter, it's like, John Hancock, over the start of the eye. It's very bad, isn't it? Very bad etiquette. First of all, at least wait till someone asks you to autograph their fucking book. Because I didn't. There's more Arsenal fans on YouTube than people. Which I know must fill you with so much joy, Chris. You must love it. We are ubiquitous.
You do realise that Jimmy Carter, obviously, there must be only about one signature he's ever done, and that's yours. So it could be
no, he did. Well, my mate Sam was different because he didn't even like football, so he was just like, well, I don't know. Like he didn't. He wasn't a massive Arsenal fan or anything like that, so it didn't really matter to him.
So,
But,
so there's 2 signatures that Jimmy's got. So.
yeah, he's done. Yeah, he probably still talks about it. He probably does after dinner speaking.
I was at a book relief, my own book, and these 2 lads wanted my signature, so I signed it for them.
I was only there to hold Ian Wright's beer. Right, opportunity YouTube. Can't lie, went off righty when he blatantly lied and said he used to love going to watch Millwall in 1975. Yeah, I'd find that hard. Does he say that? I would find that a little bit hard to believe. Yeah, that one would be a stretch for me. Did he say? I've never seen him say that. Maybe I've just shut it out of my memory. Can we forgive him because it's Ian Wright? Come on, man. You've got to love Ian Wright. God, this club takes all the joy out of the transfer windows. So true. We are stories. You are definitely in the right place. We do have to put up with an awful lot of bullshit, don't we? Like, come on, man. Like, just wait and see who we sign. The joy of the transfer window is not... I've literally given up. I have given up. The number of players we're linked with, it is absurd. It's absurd in a way. I can't name a left winger. Like, anyone in the comments, just put the name of a left winger. Yeah, Rashford linked with Kvaratskhelia. Oh, that we're open to the prospect. Yeah, of course we fucking are. Barcola, just Diamande, even though he mostly played on the right, and he's played like 4 times in his life on the left wing. Yep, him. It's just everyone. I tell you, he did score today for Chelsea. James Gittins. Is it Jamie Gittins?
Jamie Gittins.
I still think there's a player in there. I mean, I don't know where you play him at Chelsea because they've got left wingers up the yin yang. But did Real not replace him with Thomas Gravesen? Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's right. He was a crazy lad, that Thomas Gravesen. Makelele leaving Real Madrid was like having a Rolls Royce without an engine. Very good, Mr. Tom. Correcto. And then thought so. Was the book The Life and Times of Junior Firpo? I'm going to do a little card every time we mention Junior Firpo. Right. Not sure if any of you have seen Sunderland's new kit, Butte, straight out of the 1930s. No, I haven't actually. Let's have a look at it. Talk amongst yourselves. Zanzi, have you found anything else out about James William Defoe Carter?
No, that's as interesting as it got.
Okay. Well, not very. Oh my Jesus! Oh, thank God, that's the away shirt. That's horrible.
Oh God! Pink
Have you seen it? Yeah, that's not a kit. That's something you make your son wear if he's fucked you off. that's not. Well, I'm not playing a nut. You fucking are. But don't want to. I don't care. Get out there and kick someone. We need to.
Right, there it is.
Well,
yeah. Yeah. You want to do the Sunderland's 26-27 home kit released. Celebrating 1937.
Yeah, but look at the away kit. That's celebrating. Well, that's celebrating. I don't know, but you can be proud of that shirt.
Yeah, that
you can wear that in
really
a parade.
Just like the 1930s kit. It's amazing.
Well, I don't care about that. I want to show the ugly one. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Please be upstanding for the ugliest thing I've seen. I mean, golfers wouldn't wear that. That's fucking horrible. That's a darts top.
Didn't you see the? I saw this one, Sunderland Elvis Hummel away match day thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sunderland versus it's the Elvis Hummel away shirt.
No, it's black with pink flowers on.
This can you see here where it says? Look, you see that?
Yeah.
Sunderland versus Elvis Hummel away shirt. That's what I was reading.
Yeah, but there's another one which
the
is
third kit
pink
is there.
Flowers on.
Oh, lovely. Is this the one users all? Is this the one users all talking about? Home shirt 25-26. Oh, that's gone. That was last season's. What am I talking about? So it would be 26-27, wouldn't it? All right, let's have a look. No. Oh, yes. I see what you mean with the collar. Oh, I wish I wish I knew more about kits. I don't really know much about kits. He looks all right. Better than the fucking pink one. Did they play in the pink one? Did I miss that? I didn't watch enough. No, I don't remember them playing. Chelsea may well win their Champions League place back. I think they will as well. You know that. I really do. There he goes. PM Gooner, Jimmy Carter, Millwall, Liverpool, and Arsenal in the 80s. PM Gooner, can you remember, did he come as part of the deal that took Michael Thomas to Anfield? That didn't work out for them. I love your background, by the way, Zandy. It's absolutely the one. And there's Flybury. Bloody good to see you. Greetings, fellas. Vinny or Votey? Well, Vinny didn't VD or Viki, that's for sure. Okay, just me. So, no, he's not. Never was never coming to Arsenal, and that's been confirmed now because Vinny was like, what are you all on about? I'm staying at Real Madrid. And I was like, oh, because it's just that we wanted you to come and play here. Yeah. But is there any way we'll give you the same money as Real Madrid? No, you're all right, mate. All right, well, I'll be over there if you change your mind. Harry Wilson, mate. The chat in this pub is next level. I haven't, to be fair, doesn't he play on the right though? I did. My thing was, can you name a left winger? But I really like Harry Wilson. I'm surprised. Was he linked with Tottenham? Has he gone somewhere? What's going on with Harry Wilson? But he's a great player. And no, I don't think I've seen him linked with us. Okay, Chelsea. Who are Chelsea? Didn't they used to be a Big Six team and finish 10th? Though, to be fair, they weren't a Big Six team for very long. I love this, by the way, Penelope pit stop kit. That's exactly what it is. Dan sounds like that Geordie character from Alan Partridge. That's what I am. Like I hide him on the rocks. Yep, he's not Geordie either. That's a Phil Taylor special. Absolutely. 179. Don't ask me how. 130 charges. Liverpool must be wondering why we didn't sign Mike Thomas in January of 89. I know. I think that's why they signed him. The truth about the Michael Thomas to Liverpool was that George Graham had a real problem when Michael Thomas wouldn't tuck his shirt in training. So he got rid of him.
Love it.
That is literally the story. The story was he used to he lost his temper with him, said, it doesn't want him. Feel for Ornstein, given the amount of online abuse. He shouldn't be getting. Can I just be, on behalf of the sensible, I know we're not a massive faction here at the Adams Arms when you consider the huge number of Arsenal fans that exist. In fact, as Chris said, there's more Arsenal fans than there are people on YouTube. But we're the sensible ones. David Ornstein didn't say anything that wasn't true. I mean, it was true that he would have just been like, shit, that's blown up. How's that blown up? Did they not read it? Deluded, absolutely nailed it. He said, look, you got to read the whole fucking quote before you go, Vinny Jr. to Arsenal. No, that's not what it says. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to ring the bell. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Vinny has decided he wants to play for Arsenal. Oh, that's a stretch. All I said was, oh, never mind. Here we go. Wilson is at Leeds. Oh, is that what's happened? Oh, never mind. Oh, bless him. That is a fucking Mr. Tom. That is a hell of a signing for you lot. How have you done that? He is at Leeds. How have you done that? Good work, mate. Good work. What a player. Love him. Free. How's that? Harry Wilson's bloody good. Am I missing something? What the fuck happened there? I'm not having a dig. You know, well, I am, obviously, to some degree. 10 goals in the Premier League, this guy. Mate, he was outstanding. He's an outstanding player. And now he's at Leeds. That's a great bit of business. I'm excited for Leeds. I'm excited. It must have been out of contract, yeah. Yes, Millet, I support Leeds. Millet, apologies. Hi, Tom. Hi, Mr. Millet. Hi, Mr. Tom, and hi, the Millet. It's great to see you, mate. Another Welshman at Leeds. Mate, that's such a... How did I not know that? I know that I'm not Fabrizio Romano. But you think about this, right? That's a sensational bit of business. paying absolutely nothing for Harry Wilson in a world where Tottenham have spent 80 or 90 million or whatever it was on Mateus Fernandes. Elliot Anderson's gone for 116 million. Morgan Rogers is not that much better. I know they don't play in the same position before you pull me up on it. That's fantastic business. Mr. Tom, I'm genuinely excited for you for this, this season, because that is outstanding. And I can't believe that deals like that are still possible.
Didn't he score a corker for Fulham a couple
Yes, he scored a couple. He scored some absolutely. He had the goal that was disallowed as well. Wasn't it him that scored it that was disallowed because someone at the halfway line an hour earlier had stepped on someone's toe? He was great. He scored against us, I think. I think I'm right in saying. I'm going to have to look that up now, but I think every time I watched Fulham, he was great. I mean, he had a real end to the season, wasn't good. But yeah, I think Fulham are going to be in trouble this season. I know it's a bit early to do predictions. I really like Harry Wilson. Fulham offered him a new deal, but he thought he might be better to join his Welsh mates. To be honest, Hornstein worded it very carefully. Comprehension isn't everybody's strongest suit. It's true, isn't it? Jimmy Carter was early 90s, though it was the 80s because I used to watch him at Millwall. Thought it was the 80s because I used to watch him at... Right. But all I want to know is, did he go as part of the... was he part of the Michael Thomas deal? I seem to remember
They both swapped over in the same year. So
yeah. So we only paid 500,000, which I know sounds like not much, but it was a lot of money. I mean, put it this way: if you'd bought a house in London for 500,000 instead of Jimmy Carter, you'd be able to afford Vinny Jr.'s salary now. We didn't concede against Fulham last season. All right.
I'm just checking now.
Didn't he have a goal in? Didn't he have one of the goals of the season? No, Jim. I really like him. No, it wasn't apparently. Playing with people's emotions. It's always like this. I think you're being unkind. I still think Hand of Arsenal isn't in the know. He definitely knows someone at the club. I haven't seen anything. I saw something he was getting very defensive about, but it's a shit job, isn't it? I mean, like all of them, you might break one story, and now your life is being glued to your phone and having to be the first to get a story out there. That's why I really liked Sophie Nicolaou's. I don't know if anyone else watched Highbury Squad with Henry Winter, but it was like two intelligent people having a considered discussion about football rather than just trying to be the first to tell you something. It's a bit annoying.
Oh, I can give you a Hear Me Out from BBC.
I don't like that people have been using Hear Me Out. I thought that was proprietorial. I thought that we had that. Hear Me Out.
Yeah. Yes. Arsenal have not opened talks over the signing of Brazil forward Vinicius Jr. But Real Madrid have set a price of 160 million euros for him.
And he's staying at Real.
Is it?
Jose Mourinho wants him to stay. Vinny wants to stay. Vinny doesn't want to come to Arsenal. These are all obstacles to overcome, are they? Do you mean yes. Zanzi, are you still planning to marry Scarlett Johansson?
No, I've gone off on that. I'm after the one who is in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, look at that. Perfect timing. Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Maybe remember a fucking name before you plan marriage.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you something.
Do you take this what's her face to be your lawfully wedded what's it?
Yeah. I'll get her name. I'll say to her, I says, "Oh, weren't you in that sort of cowboy film, 1888?" Was it 1888?
It was. I think it is 1888, and it's not a film; it's a series. But yeah, she did look a hell of a lot like her. In fairness,
yeah.
Look at this. I think he might kick off in a pub tonight. I'm still waiting on Draxler and Higuain. Clockenders, mate. Great to see you. That is so true, isn't it? The other one, Benzema. Fucking Benzema.
Fucking hell.
That's why. That's why when some Arsenal fans are going, well, it's nice to be in the conversation for these big name players. And you go, no, it isn't. It's not nice to be in it's not a conversation. It's just say a name of a footballer that's well known and link him to Arsenal and then have it not happen. But Clockenders is straight in with Hand of Arsenal as a legend. I'm kind of, if I had to choose between he's a legend or he's I can't remember what was he called? Hand job of Arsenal is misleading. Jack Swagger versus Clockenders. Let's have a heated debate. I like Hand of Arsenal. I think he definitely knows someone inside. He definitely knows more than most of them do. He was on the pitch at Palace. Makes you wonder who the Donny is. Who was on the pitch at Palace? Lost me there. Yeah, watch it. Sophie wanting Vinny to be a human rights revolutionist as well as a match winner. God, I love Sophie. Yeah. Did you see also what she was saying about the Julian Alvarez signing? Is that fair on Gyökeres after a season? I'm like, what? What has fair got to do with it? Like, I'm not even saying sell, but, if you did the trade, but what kind of message does that send? It sends a message that if you're not as good as a player we can afford and who wants to come here, you're gone. That's always been the case. But it was a great conversation. Nothing. Every time I watch Sophie on Highbury Squad, I'm just like, I'm impressed. She's bloody good. And it's such a breath of fresh air. I don't take not off any transfers talk with Arsenal. Believe it when I see it on our website, 100%. I think I would go as far as to say BBC. If it's on the BBC, I'll probably believe it because they usually print it about a week after it's happened. Everyone else has already, he's already scored a hat trick. But those kind of very conservative journalists who. I think every time we do a show in the transfer window, people say it. Look, I'll just wait till he's holding the shirt up. That's all right. I can wait.
You can imagine the BBC with Arsenal and it's Rice having his 5th year testimonial and BBC saying Arsenal are preparing to sign. Yeah.
It is Rice. Not inconceivable that Arsenal might sign Declan Rice.
But I've got another hear me out now from the BBC website. Yeah. Arsenal would be willing to. Oh no, it's wrong one. Sorry. Arsenal are set to accelerate talks over the signing of Newcastle's 28-year-old Brazil midfielder Bruno Guimarães. Dan froze.
I froze. I'm back.
He's back.
I missed. It was really great because you would just and then you accelerate it. Who were you talking about?
Bruno.
Oh yeah, Bruno's done, mate. I've dreamt it. It's like, forget Hand of Arsenal, David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano. It's Dan from the Adam's Arms. I tell you, I had a dream that we sign Bruno and he forearm smashes a Newcastle player and all the Geordies lose their absolute minds. And we're like, what? It wasn't very tough. It wouldn't hurt very much to do that to somebody, would it? There you go. Have some of that. Could Newcastle go down? That's another question I want you lot to answer because you're brilliant. Jan and Villa, medical still pending. Who's the other one that they really... Oh, Thomas Lamar. Thank God we didn't get him. Julian Draxler. I'm still waiting. There were so many. Rabiot. He's another one. Hand of Arsenal. Oh, right. Okay, so he was on the pitch. Oh, was he on the pitch? He was on the pitch of Palace. Makes you wonder who the Don is. How do you know he's on the pitch? Did he take a photo? God, this is good. Clockenders, you're really... Because I wanted to do a video on who the fuck is Hand of Arsenal. Because he feels like he works at Arsenal. He's very sure, and I like him. But hey, Hawkwind's here. Better late than never. You weren't the first in, but you know what? Hawkwind is here, putting an end to transfer nonsense. And Lucky Singh is here. Great to see you. Good to see you, guys. The Millet with, I hear Newcastle leave for their pre-season tour on Friday. Yeah, no, I heard that Bruno wants it sorted before then, and I don't think he gets on the plane. And I don't think that's the same as I'm pretty. Yeah, it's not. You can't really compare that to Alex Isak. It's not the same, but it isn't. It's miles off it either. I don't want to play for you anymore. I'm not going to make a big fuss, but I'm just not going to play for you anymore. I'm going to London. Because when I came to England, they told me that Newcastle was like the London of the North. And it isn't. So, Hawaii, TTFN.
The only similarity is they both have a river beginning with T.
And they both have a Greggs.
And probably a KFC as well.
No, there's no KFC in Newcastle. Don't be ridiculous. No? Well, I don't know. Of course, there probably is. I don't fucking know. I've been there a lot, but I wouldn't claim to be an expert. I do love Newcastle. I like the pubs in Newcastle. Fair is why Arteta played Kepa in the cup and how that helps us. Life is not fair. Get used to it. Jack Swagger. That's a sentiment I can get behind. Right, Chris Nick says, this season is the first season ever in English top flight football history. There will be no team starting with a W. That's a brilliant... Mate, that's a brilliant bit of football trivia. Unless you call Tottenham wankers, then, then there is. But yeah, no Wolverhampton, no West Bromwich. Who are the other teams begin with W?
West Ham.
Wigan. West Ham, yeah, of course. Well, yeah.
Walsall. Wimbledon. Wrexham.
Yeah. But I think teams that have been in the Premier League have to be included in that one. Yeah. I had to have a / Gordon Bean drinking shitloads of Ribena. Just don't. Superheroes don't drink Ribena. Fucking, I can just imagine him fighting crime with one of those cartons. Or that telly down. And then not littering and then folding it into a little neat cube and putting it in his utility belt. That's what I think's happening.
What does he do with the straw, though?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. He probably doesn't use... Because do they still do plastic straws on those Ribena cartons? Isn't that destroying the planet? This is what drives me absolutely fucking mad. Because I had a Burger King yesterday. They delivered it. It took an hour. It was cold. I still loved it. But... you get these paper straws. As soon as you put it in, it's like, right? And you think, the plastic on the cup is more than there would have been on the straw. Could we just have a paper cup top and a plastic straw? I don't know. I've derailed our conversation, but Clock Enders bring it back to during the celebrations on the final day, Hand of Arsenal was 100% on the pitch. He got a photo from the game and he's on the pitch at Selhurst. We could narrow it down then, couldn't we? We need to do some
picture with him here.
The only thing is, it could be a friend of his that had taken it, or it could be someone he knows at the club that took it. He might have hacked into somebody's set. I don't know. But I love the intrigue around him. It's a little bit like Hawkwind, isn't it? Nobody knows who he really is, except Hawkwind himself, of course. Don't want to state the obvious, but blatantly on the coaching staff. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Definitely. But then you wonder, they must know, right? Like, people must know that, oh, hang on a minute. They must know he's Hand of Arsenal. Do they care? Do they tell him stuff they want him to tell us? I don't know. Woking. Powerhouse of the Premier League, Woking. For the first time in 130, not present in the top flight. Harry Amas, time leave, unfortunately, 7 million. And Xerxes gone. Is Xerxes gone for 33.2 million? We need Robinson left back and hopefully Tchouameni. I know you really want Tchouameni, don't you?
Nah, Xerxes hasn't gone yet.
Oh, look at this opportunity. Fuck me, just had a double whopper on my dinner tonight. I went for bacon double cheese, but bacon double XL. It's always close, double whopper or bacon double XL. Those are the two burgers. And if you prefer McDonald's, that's fine. You're wrong. Live with it. But the bacon double whopper, the double whopper with cheese is an absolute beauty. Do you like those chili cheese bites? That's the other thing. I didn't order fries. The missus had the loaded cheese and bacon. The youngest had just the loaded cheese, and I had fucking fucking expensive as well. Watch Dulwich Hamlet tonight. Good, friendly, we're cheaper than going to the Emirates, and that's if I get a ticket through the ballot. Yeah. Why not? Why not? I did leave a comment. It makes me laugh on this beautiful Divide documentary, which I honestly didn't think was very good at all. But maybe one or other of you have seen it and disagree with me. We can have a heated debate. But I left it. Someone was like, they didn't even start. They weren't even called Arsenal till they moved to London. Otherwise, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Why would they have been called Arsenal in Woolwich? And I was like, they didn't name the tube station. They named the tube station after the club, not the club after the tube station. You absolutely. Some of these fans know so little.
So he thought.
I'll read it.
We named Arsenal after the tube station.
Yeah, no, he thought Arsenal was a place in London. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with Tottenham. You can't escape them. They're everywhere. Where are we? I can't find it. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, but I got distracted. See, this is what happens if I pick up my phone. I get distracted. So I'm not allowed my phone. Tottenham can't be called wankers. We've already decided they're called shit. I did leave that in the comment of it was another comment I left under the documentary. What do you think of Tottenham? I just can't wait for that to kick off. They hate us, apparently. Who knew? Time for a documentary. Dan, cheeseburger. If I'm making the burgers, it's always a cheeseburger, simple, one patty, not smash burger. But from a Burger King, may I recommend that your choice really is down to, if you're a lady or you're on a diet, you can have a Whopper, but really it's a double Whopper with cheese or a bacon double XL. Unofficial unsponsors of tonight's Adam's Arms is, of course, Burger King. If you want it your way, fuck off. Can you ask them to take Madueke? PM, can you ask them to take Madueke? Will somebody take Madueke? Anybody to Dulwich Hamlet? That's so good. Oh, can't beat him. Does Bruno have a clause in his contract about a bid from you? He does, apparently. This is where all the confusion's coming from, because the story, and I'm reporting like fourth hand now. So I'm reporting what someone's reported that they're reporting. But what has apparently happened is that Bruno thought he had an agreement that should a Champions League team come in, I think there were a couple named, if they came in, if Newcastle didn't make it into the Champions League, he'd be allowed to leave for 60 million. So he was surprised that his request to leave wasn't just immediately accepted. But it's also why even the amounts we're talking about right now for Bruno Guimarães, like 80 million, that's, it's almost 40 million less than Elliot Anderson. And Bruno Guimarães is he is the difference at Newcastle. There's a reason they don't want him to go. Fact is, we need Spurs as much as they need us. Now you're starting to sound like the Joker. That's Tom's job. He's like, no, I don't need Spurs. Talk for yourself. God, you're making me think maybe I do. Maybe I can't live without hating Tottenham. Maybe it's so ingrained in me. But could we live with them in a different league? I don't look forward to the fixture every year. I don't like having them in the Premier League. I wanted them down. The half-assed documentary with the rabbi that dropped today is fucking dreadful. I think, judging by what you just said there, I would say you've probably watched it. And the whole fucking thing is following this mental Tottenham fan with too many tattoos around. Like, there's a really creepy, 3 minutes where him and this close friend are singing. It's just dreadful. Don't bother. Go and spend 3 hours watching The Odyssey instead. That was good. Clockend is Arsenal is must getting Bruno Guimarães. I think we are. It seems very important. It is important. We've got to sign someone. Can
I just say that 1977 was quite a good season, actually?
It was a very good year for making the FA Cup.
No,
was that the match?
That was when Tottenham were in the old second division.
I went down,
yeah.
So, all right, so 78, 79, and 80 were the 3 FA Cup years, weren't they? What was the Man United one? Was that 79? What,
That
because
was a 3-2, wasn't it, against
Sunderland. Yeah,
with his hair.
Yeah, beautiful man he was. No, so Ipswich we lost, Man United we won, West Ham we lost.
Yeah, Trevor Brooking,
Header.
diving header.
A header from Trevor Brooking. Do my eyes deceive me? I can't say what I really want to say on the. You can. It's possible shit. Lucky fingers crossed, chap. You haven't even spelt his name right. So what does that say for us getting him annoying as fuck? Are you saying I didn't spell? So it's not actually spelled Gunner. Like I think. Are you testing me, Jesus? I'm fucking. I did it as a joke. It's yeah. I didn't spell it wrong on purpose. I mean, I didn't spell it wrong. It's wrong on purpose, right? Like I know he's not Gunnerish. That's obvious. Isn't that obvious? Come on, man. Like you can do better than this. Don't come in. Makes us look tin pot. Nobody makes us look. First of all, what's this us shit? Second of all, I'm not in a collective where I don't feel like something you did would make me look tin pot. Thankfully, it's just try and keep up when there's a joke being told. If it goes over your head, maybe stand up. I wanted Spurs to be relegated. They think they're equals because of the derby. Wanted West Ham. I really wish West Ham had stayed up, man. Really wished it. I hope they come straight back as well. Clock in as I'm pushing for you guys to get Bruno Guimarães. If you want to talk about spelling properly, Lucky Singh, take a bow. 79, Brady to Ricks. Ricks crossed and Sunderland scored the winner after they brought it back to 2-2. I don't remember it. I don't remember it at all.
It's a bit of a shit game, to be honest. Because Arsenal go 2-0 up quite early and it was just boring. And then Man United scored 2 late goals. And I was thinking, oh, crap, it's going to go for extra time, isn't it? Yeah. And then, as I say, Ricks got the ball from Brady, crossed over. Sunderland managing to keep his perm there.
I just remember him. I've seen the goal like as many. We've all seen it hundreds of times, and it is iconic. It's an iconic moment in Arsenal history. But yeah, it wasn't a great. It wasn't the halcyon period of Arsenal, was it? It was much expected and little delivered. Frankly, the 70s started well, ended okay, but. Yes, Geordies have gone mad. Come on, they have replacements for him. Yeah, they've got to replace him. Now that John Stones is off to turn to who do we sign as Saliba back? I am gutted about that.
Do we actually need a backup for him, though?
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah. We need John Stones.
What about Madueke? Sorry, Mosquera.
Yeah, but then he'll get injured and... What will you do there? No, I suppose we've talked about this, haven't we? We have enough people who can fill in as a right-sided centre-back with Ben White and Julian Timber, and Declan Rice could play there at a push. There are plenty of players that can do it. You could shift Gabriel along one and have Calafiori in it. Look, I just think, yes, we do need to go out and buy Mark Gahey from Man City. They're not using him, are they? I remember watching it. PM Guna remembers watching it. I didn't watch it at all. The first football game I can definitely say I remember was the one I went to in 1983. Before then, I sort of vaguely remember the World Cup, but no. Nothing beats Bowl to Adams. Yes, now you're talking. That was a Highbury special. What a day, like 98. Live it again and again. I loved 91. I thought it was a great season for us, and 89 is iconic, but there was just something about that day. It was just so beautiful. Sunny, beautiful day in May. Big up Dan and Z. Love the transfer window. The time to smoke a big one and dream about playing for Arsenal. Saka, laka, boom, boom. Where have you been? You've been missed. Great to see you back, sir. And Dan, to be honest, he spelled honest wrong. Dan to be once. John Stones, quite strong option defence lines. I like him a lot. I really wanted us to sign him. I was gutted when I found out today that he's gone to Inter, or at least it looks like he's going to Inter. If he signs, he will spell his name accurately. Until then, piss off respectfully. It's just like I can't keep up. Jack, you're Jack, mate. Chris, I don't know if you said this because you know that David Alaba is one of my all-time heroes. He's the best Austrian player there's ever been. But I don't think he's played more than a handful of games for the last 5 years. I don't. Yeah, do you know what, though? And he's not really he's not really a right-sided centre-back. But he could be. He could be. I also remember the Ipswich defeat. Then we brought Brian Talbot from Ipswich the following season. I think I knew that. But it wasn't great days, was it? Hincapié, Mosquera, Hincapié, Calafiori, Ben White, Timber, Rice, if we needed him. You've mentioned Hincapié twice there. So good they named him twice. Declan Rice if we needed him. There's another one. Who's the other one we're missing? Calafiori, Hincapié, Timber, Ben White. No, maybe not. Maybe not. What's the young guy's name?
Marley Salmon.
Salmon, that's it. Yeah, sure he could play there as well.
I'll tell you something. He looked quite good when he came on in his games as well.
I bet
he was only against Port Vale and places like that. But...
No, but I bet he plays. I bet he plays on Saturday. We'll get a chance to see him against Girona. I'm doing a watch along for that. You're all expected to be here.
What time is kickoff for that?
7:00 in the evening on Saturday. It's a good, nice time, isn't it? It's a nice time. It's on. I've bought the early bird special, so £9.99 for all 4 games. That's only.
I've started a football game again.
A what?
Football game again.
Which one?
I'm playing. It's my We Are Football 2024. No, that's 2024. And the reason I'm doing it is that you can build stadiums and everything, and it's not all block
football, isn't it? That's the fun bit of football, building a stadium.
And plus,
so would you start off? Do you start off with a tin pot bullshit no mark club like Tottenham, and then try and build them into a powerhouse of football? Or
no, I'm doing even better because I've started up the team from scratch.
Yeah,
you've got to guess what the name is.
We hate Tottenham.
No, it's actually related to Arsenal as well.
Zandigan, I don't know. I'm never going to guess this.
It's related to a pub in London, a well-known Arsenal pub.
Gunners,
not
the
Highbury
Gunners. Barn, the Zanzibar.
No.
The Tollington.
Yeah.
You called it Tollington.
Yeah, Tollington Revellers.
Tollington Revellers.
Yep.
And want to be successful with a name like that. It's like, God.
Yeah, but they're playing in the old Arsenal strip, which I like, which is like red, white collar, white sleeves.
You know what we haven't talked about? The new away kit. It looks good.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I thought it was yellow, and I thought the yellow shorts were it, but it's not, because the first time, like, they've got blue or yellow shorts for the away kit, and the blue ones are the normal ones, and the yellow ones are the secondary ones.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just really talking about the shirt. But so you're saying, we'll say, look at it. Here we go. Excuse me. I really like. I think we all love it. I think we're all going to love it. It's going to be nice watching us win something in it.
I just liked it to be the other way around, like a yellow shirt with blue shorts.
Yeah, I get it. But that's pretty. I think, as the young people say, that's fleek. And if you're one of those, don't correct me. I'm joking. Do I have to say I'm joking when I'm joking?
Did say, that's shit, man. That's shit.
Well,
which apparently means it's good.
No, you sounded. You came off a bit Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch there.
Yeah, that's a blast from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I love him. I'm so excited to see. It is Meslier, isn't it? Ilan Meslier against Girona. Well, I don't know any Girona players, and I'm really interested. Well, we are doing a watch along, so gonna have a burger and a beer and a watch along. Can't go wrong, can you? Clockenders pants off and pants off versions. Clockenders, me and the friends, us pushing exits and getting Robinson or Lewis Hall. I don't know if you are. Always wanted John Walk from Ipswich, and we ended up with Kiwomya. Oh, Chris Kiwomya. He was another one of those. Glenn Helder, Chris Kiwomya. Didn't we sign Kiwomya the same time we signed John Hartson? We went through a phase there where it was like, we better go and buy some players, but George Graham doesn't want to spend any money, so he doesn't. As side cover, Clockenders pants on, pants off versions of Incapia. Oh, right. The black stock. See, they were trying to. Yeah, that's where they filmed the bloody documentary. Oh, such a shit documentary. I mean, we can't even call it a documentary if you're just going to follow some idiot Spurs fan around. Oh, his comment at the end, which was like, I don't fear death. The only things I fear are not seeing my kids again and not being able to support Tottenham. Huh? Like, what? And then he's outside the ground and he hasn't got a ticket. And he's asking everyone, have you got a ticket? And I was thinking, that's the North London derby. That's the only game you can guarantee Spurs fans will go to. Gorgeous just needs more yellow. I agree with you. Red and white, yellow and blue. 100%. I'm still madly... as a bloke who didn't buy shirts, I think I'm buying that away kit, guys. I love my 1989 away kit. That is... I'm going to put it on for the watch-along. I shall put that on for the watch-along on Saturday.
Which one's that one? Is that the banana?
No, I haven't got one of them. I might, because they don't. I haven't bought anything off OK Jersey. I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy stuff off OK Jersey. I'm just saying it all feels a little bit. What's going on there? Do you know what I mean? Like, how comes they do it anyway? And it's 15 quid, so you can get the Bruised Banana replicas on those, but you couldn't get them on the Arsenal. So I bought my shirts or the jerseys off of the Arsenal website. And I'd love them to do the Bruised Banana. But no, the one from 1989, the Michael Thomas. Mine's a long sleeve Michael Thomas, basically. Lucky you and boys going to this year with the Dallow and Shaw again.
The Bruised Banana one was the last proper Arsenal kit I bought.
I mean, it's funny how much we all hated it and then loved it.
No, that Bruised Banana, I actually liked it when I first saw it. I thought, oh, that's nice.
That's a bit like when you meet someone who says they guessed the ending of Sixth Sense before it happened. You think, I just don't know if I believe you.
No, I just liked it when it first came out. It's the kit I didn't like to start was the one couple seasons ago, that Dayglow yellow with the squiggly lines.
Then we all fell in love with it.
Yeah, and I looked
men
at
at work, caution men working. I love that now. That I might buy that one actually. I might buy that one. There are so many YouTube channels where they do really good shows about kits. I know nothing about kits. I can't remember what year everything was, but I know what I like. I pay good money to bump into that rabbi. He'd probably roll over. He's just, bless him, he's harmless, isn't he? That's what you say about blokes like that. He's absolutely harmless. Prick. Diego Dallo, I don't trust. This guy. Stopped buying shirts about 4 years ago when all these plastic goodness started appearing from the woodworks after we had a few decent seasons. Yeah, it's so true. It's true, though. I mean, that all I'm going to say, though, is like it wasn't the people who turned up to that parade. That shows some support, doesn't it? That's why Robinson can cover defence, mess youngsters centre back. I don't know who this. I don't know. If you come to Tottenham, you'll get it. Ah, yes. That's why 50 strong Arsenal breezed past the Bill Nicholson pub taking a piss. I was watching that thinking, for all the times I've been past the Bill Nick, I've never been tempted to go in there. And then they get this in this documentary, they show you inside the Bill Nicholson, and David Bentley randomly appears and starts singing Tottenham songs. Do you have no idea how surprised I was? I was like, oh my God, that's David Bentley. They're actually David Bentley, scored one goal for Arsenal, didn't he? Did he play one game or score one goal for us? Better than Beckham. Fucking Toby. What a melt. It was just a shit documentary. I'm ready to defend this position. If the makers of the documentary are upset by anything I'm saying, maybe try harder with your next documentary. There's a bit where they're speaking to some bloke who claims to be a football hooligan wearing a sort of red and white mask with a cap on. His voice is altered so he's not identified. And you're like, are we doing this? I mean, I think we should make our own documentary. I could get someone to pretend to be an Arsenal hooligan. So we got on top. What does that mean for the uninitiated? We fight people, you bloody idiot. Yes, Diego Dallo is a bit more experienced, but he's more fullback than not left back. I think he's a wing back. I think that's your problem. He's neither winger. I think it's that whole. I think he probably would have suited. How have I actually forgotten your Portuguese manager's name now? Who's a Portuguese bloke that was manager of Man United? Who was playing with when they went out to Grimsby? What the fuck is his name? Sporting. That's an early sign of onset, isn't it? Yeah, it was shocking, man. Absolutely shocking. Never forget Christian Gross holding up a Zone 3 travel card, Middlesex Muppies. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. So, are you hoping to stay? I have a travel card for the underground. It's like, oh, shit. They must have been like Daniel Levy. Must have been like, oh, fuck. It wasn't Daniel Levy at the time either. I think it was on Sugar, but he must have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have a Zone 3 travel card for the London Underground. He was
Ruben Amorim.
Amorim. Yeah, thank you. Oh, dear. Whatever happened to him? Is he still working?
No. What's he doing now then? Where's Ruben?
He's got 5 years for stealing off the Glazers.
He is.
Got 5 years for nicking a living.
Oh my God, he's AC Milan.
Is he? See, this is what I mean. Like, there's no money in Italian football anymore, is there? There just isn't.
David Bentley did play one game for Arsenal.
Yeah, he didn't score
in 5 years.
Yeah, then went off to Norwich. No, hang on.
Yes, yeah. He had
Norwich to Blackburn. Norwich, then he came back. Then he went to Blackburn. Then he came back. Then he went permanently to Blackburn. He's played for fucking everyone. He didn't play that well for Tottenham, to be fair.
Was it Norwich, Blackburn for real?
Yeah.
Tottenham, 42 games. He scored 2 goals.
That's amazing.
And then Birmingham loan, West Ham loan, Rostov loan, and Blackburn loan. And in all those games, he didn't score. He scored 17 goals.
Better than Beckham.
What was it? He was doing 17 goals and 201
It was a kind
games.
of second striker / winger.
Yeah.
He did have a bit. There was one goal he scored for Blackburn that was absolutely worldy. Ruben Amorim is manager at AC Milan. That's mad. How's he got that job? How did he get that job? Like, surely in an interview, people go, so where have you been? Did he just blag it? Just go, I haven't managed before. Hang on, you look a bit like the bloke who was at Man United. Nope. No, not me. No, fuck off, no. Man United. Oh.
It's funny, I'll get that quite often.
And I usually punch people, so watch yourself. I'll have you. It wasn't a good period for them, was it?
Who was that Arsenal striker who thought he was God's gift?
Oh, the Lord Bentner.
Yeah, fucking hell, Bentner.
Yeah, he was quite a character. Whose daughter did he end up with? Someone ridiculous's daughter. Oh God, I can't remember now. It's something ridiculous, but yeah, he was a total. He had confidence. He had confidence in his own ability. You can go a very long way with confidence in your own ability. I said that to Bentner. I said, you can go a very long way. Just don't come back fucking terrible. Who's the worst? I mean, Marin Shamak, that was pretty bad. Javinho, that was another. We've had some signings, haven't we?
Right, he's married to at the moment.
No, not married. He never married her, but he was dating for a long time, and it caused problems because I think he was dating. She was daughter of the manager.
Oh right,
Nicholas Bentner. There's a really girlfriend, famous girlfriend. All right, let's do this. Let's see. This is what we do. Is we're looking shit up. No, he was. All right, there's celebs couples. How did he get on that? Julia Zangenberg. It wasn't her. Past relationships. Oh, fuck.
He certainly
Can
got
someone
good taste.
Caroline Fleming. Don't know who that is.
Well, one of them there is a Danish baroness, that Caroline Fleming.
Maybe it
couple
was that.
were they were engaged,
right,
and share a son called Nicholas. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, Nicholas Fleming got a son called.
If you were thinking, is he a confident young man? Of course. And he said, well, what do you think he called his kid? Yeah.
I've also got a daughter called Nicola.
And one we're not sure about called Nicky.
I've got a pet dog called Nick.
Saint Nick.
Yeah.
Serie A presented by James Richardson, Channel 4 Saturday mornings and Sunday afternoons after Art Attack. And what's WCW? I can't remember that. I do remember Golazzo, and everyone always thought it was Golazio, but of course it isn't. I know that. I feel like I'm getting a bit Alan Partridge.
Isn't that WCW? Isn't that the wrestling? Isn't that?
Oh yeah, probably. I have no idea. Channel 4. Yeah, I did. I did watch the occasional match of Football Italia, but it wasn't ever as exciting as I thought it would be. A lot of our old boys are out of the game now, and some on banning orders. The Gooner times changed. Got to be careful, or you will genuinely get old Bill knocking on your front door at 5 a.m. Yeah, and it's mental. Well, I'm not going to sit here and say that people should be allowed to punch each other, but it does feel like you're not going to stop them anyway. But yeah, no, the CCTV ruined everything, and not that I was never. I've never been the sort of person to be interested in.
Dan. Hydration break.
Oh, les pauses pour l'hydration. There's some messages from Burger King coming. Have one.
Are they going to sponsor you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Man, I talk about Burger King now. I have a Burger King maybe 3 or 4 times a year, but it is genuinely my favourite. I'm jealous.
So the Burger King near us closed down.
Yeah.
Bastards. I quite liked it.
When I ordered the Burger King from Uber, it was a little bit before 6 o'clock. So it's about 5:45. So I ordered it, and I ordered it to arrive at 7. So about 6:30 I ordered it. Sorry, 5:30 I ordered it to arrive at 7. It arrived at 7:45. And I watched that man in his car driving as slowly as he possibly could. And I was thinking, what am I doing here? By the time this burger arrives, it'll be so cold. The milkshakes, but it's still. We've got 2 McDonald's that are 2 minutes away either side.
Did you whack it in the microwave?
No, I don't. Never. I don't mind them. I don't mind them lukewarm. But that's why I went for. Actually, it's one of the reasons I went for bacon double XL, because there's no salad in it. Because as soon as you put the, but James and Dominic seemed happy with their choices. He scored a goal against Spurs coming on as a sub. Who? Nicky Bentner. Shows that care about side to win games for football. Toto Schilacci. Clock enders. Ex-players meant help former clubs. World Championship Wrestling. That is right up Mr. Tom's Strasse, that one. I hope you're watching him on Fridays. Please do. You will enjoy it. You know, when you recommend something, how often do we recommend stuff up here? But definitely Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling. Clark End is so right. Older great players gave support former clubs. Same with Arsenal. I love the fact that. How do you feel, Lucky? How do you feel about the fact that Roy Keane isn't even a Man United fan? He's a Tottenham fan. How mad is that? Just because I played for them doesn't mean I have to like them. Yeah,
I love watching the shows where you got Keane and White, and they're just riffing on what they used to do, and I'm cracking up sometimes.
Yeah. He is genuinely one of the funniest people in football.
And he's so deadpan with it as well.
But he means it. He's got so much. Like I found it really difficult because I read his autobiography and loved it, but he's so disarmingly honest about his psychopathy that you kind of go, oh. He's like, no, I don't regret trying to kill Alfie Inge Haaland. No, I don't regret that. I should have done it twice. I should have stepped on his head. You know, all that kind of stuff. And you're like, mate, all he did was stand over. You know, he didn't need to bear a grudge for a year and then come back and end the guy's career and never apologise. And he went 2-footed on Alan Shearer at one point. He said, well, I knew I was going to get a card anyway. You're as well to be hung for a sheep as you are a lamb. I was like, fucking no remorse. On the dock, he just gets sent down, doesn't he? How do you plead? Yeah, fucking did it anyway. Fucking all of it. I'll do it again. I haven't been in years, BK, because they insist on employing the biggest. Oh, mate, honest to God, when I used to, I used to eat at Burger King far too often and McDonald's. But when you come to, I used to work in Bromley and I used to live in Kentish Town. So I used to have to get to fucking Victoria. And when you come out of the trains of Victoria, there's a Burger King right in front of you and there's a McDonald's right to your right. From the train platforms. And you'd go up to the Burger King and there'd be two teenagers standing, leaning away from you, pretending they couldn't see you. And then they'd come up to you and go, yeah. And you go, oh, can I just have a burger and some fries, please? And then they into little, I can get a burger and some fries with a prick up here, please. And then you stand there while some bloke sort of doesn't make your burger, and you know you get home an hour later than you would have done, and the thing's been thrown together with hate and malice. Meanwhile, if you ever just want to be treated like a human being, to your right you go up to McDonald's. Hi, how can I help you? And you're like, would you like fries, Dad? Well, you know, it's like, fucking hell. The people working here must look over there and go, what? That was my little bit on McDonald's and Burger King. The difference is, if you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean. It arrived.
Hello, McDonald's. Here's your meal.
Yeah, I haven't even decided what I want yet. No, we've just put what you like in there for you.
Yeah, that was exactly what I wanted, actually. Thanks.
Yeah. And yeah, I do like McDonald's. There's not much I don't like in fast food. I'm not a picky eater.
Are you a gherkin fan or not?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yes.
Well, it's my Austrian heritage, isn't it? We eat a lot of gherkins. Pickles, as they call it. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun. Do you remember when you could go into McDonald's, say that really quickly, and you got a free Big Mac?
No.
2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, I can't do it anymore. What the fuck? I'm screwed. 2 all beef patty, special sauce. I can't do it anymore. Shit, it's like not being able to do 3, 2, 1. Dusty bin. What?
I can remember going. I was on a holiday up in Fort William area. I went to a really nice restaurant, but I can't remember what the starter was. But the starter came out, and I looked at this little bowl there, and I thought, oh, gherkins, and they're about so big or so. Yes, they fucking were, and they're really hot chili. So I grabbed one, popped it in my mouth, started eating. This is really fucking hot. So I just had to carry on eating. But then they had some yogurt, so I sort of shoved that down as well.
That's what you need. Opportunity YouTube. Did you pay for priority? Dan, priorities are must in my location. If not, still be waiting like Julian Draxler. Here's the thing, I completely agree. And so normally I do priority, but it doesn't make any fucking difference. The reason I didn't this time was because I thought, well, I'm giving them an hour and a half notice. Like I'm saying, at 5:30, I'm like, can I have it for 7 o'clock? Yes. And then it immediately comes up, it'll be with you between 7 and 7:30. And you're like, he was late for that as well. Because anyway.
Did you get it for free?
No, did I fuck?
All right.
Did I fuck?
Why did isn't that what the pizza people do?
No, well, Perfect Pizza used to do, if it was over 40 minutes late, then they would do a free pizza. And we, on 2 occasions in my must have been late teenage life, but we did that thing where you give a slightly dodgy address and then you wait and then you go, oh, my pizza still hasn't arrived. You said number 10. No, I definitely didn't. And they started recording and it was all over. But pizza delivery drivers were losing their lives trying to get pizzas to people on time. And I'm like, well, that's good. But it's your job. I need pizza. I'm not waiting fucking 45 minutes for a pizza. Have you any idea how hungry I am now? Big up, Mr. Tom, indeed. Massive big up. Massive elevations, indeed. Roy Keane hates everything about us. I know. The guy maybe lost the love for game. No, I think he loves the game. I think he just hates Man United. Roy Keane voice. It's his job. It's his job. Big baby. Big baby. I can't do it when he says big baby, but fucking... big baby, baby, big baby, baby, big baby. He's fucking hilarious. Way, Fandaberose, Fandaberose. Rosie, have you done? I saw. Yeah, I've been listening all night, but I had to speak up when I heard pickles. Does that not surprise you? Honestly, I'm shocked that you like gherkins. You don't like avocado, but you do like gherkins. But you know what? How do you stand on that? What is the best, Rosie? Only Rosie for this one, please. What is the best takeaway? I mean, like, not like type of takeaway. Don't say curry or something. But what is the best takeaway? Opportunity YouTube. Clock and editors. Can't even spell clock in this. If you remove gherkins, instant 5-year prison sentence. I fucking like that. Yes, big up, massive elevations to Rosie. I did that once, Dan, and when the time came, they cancelled and said they've sold out my order. Burger King employ the worst staff because they get away with it as well because you can have it your way, but eventually you're just going to. The worst ever delivery I've ever had. This is when I lived in North London, right? There was a Burger King a 10 or 15 minute drive away. Definitely not more than that. And I'm talking even on green lanes, even busy traffic, this thing would be with you in 10 minutes. It was, again, I was going out about 7:30. I thought I fancy a lace the old stomach, line the old stomach, have a Burger King, ordered my favorite order, phoned up. So on the Uber app, said it was going to come in like 30 minutes, all good. 30 minutes, still nothing. So 45 minutes, still nothing. So I phoned them up. And he's like, what? It's like, well, I ordered a Burger King from you about 45 minutes ago. Yeah. Well, it hasn't arrived. Yeah, well, we're really busy. And he put the phone down on me. An hour and 15 minutes after that, so 2 full hours later, I'm phoning up again. Yeah, mate, it's on its way. I haven't told you where I'm calling from yet. Yeah, it's on its way. Hang up on me. And I was like, fuck. And now I'm like, I ended up being late to go out so that I didn't waste my... And when it arrived, it was the coldest, worst thing I've ever seen. But I still loved it. But it's still
different from the... curry takeaway or the Indian takeaway we had some time back. This is when takeaways used to be reasonably priced. Yeah. We could order a meal for 2 and it'd be just over 20 quid, something like that. Yeah. And there'd be like starters, mains, poppadoms.
In fairness, yesterday, 3 of us, Dominique and James, both just had meals. There were no extras. I had a burger and a drink, and I went for the cheese things instead. 60 quid.
Yeah.
I feel rich when I have a Burger King now. Yes, and put in some paper napkins. Well, you have no paper napkins? No. Okay, well, I'll just...
No, the Indian now, we looked at the prices, and it's more than doubled. And we thought, no, we're not going to spend 50 odd quid on a bloody takeaway. But we ordered once some time back, and I said, no, how long is it going to be? And they said, oh, it'll be like 6:30 or something like that, because about half an hour. So yeah, okay, like that. And it arrived at 7:00, and they're so apologetic. They said, look, just give us 10 quid for it.
That's never happened to me. That's the holy grail. No, I don't know what it is.
And the thing about it is they also give you free hot wings as well, which are really
we get free poppadoms.
Oh wow!
I know. I mean, I'm having a tough time. To be honest with you, we've stopped doing takeaways really. But every now and again, I think like it used to be once or twice a week. It's gone to once a month, but that's mostly because I'm trying to be healthy and look after myself. Rosie, I get McDonald's once or twice a year. Always get extra pickles on my Big Mac. Means they're making it fresh and I'm getting it. Brilliant. That is an absolutely genius idea or they're just taking an old one. Mind you, McDonald's throw the food away if it's out for 15 minutes. That's why you never get sick at McDonald's. Here we go. Mr. MK 1266, Vinny to Arsenal is still on. Sky Sports just reported what was already said. I don't believe you. The best takeaway is one I'm not paying for. Rosie, you are spot on. Chinese food is the best takeaway. Fast food has got to be Burger King. I think you're all being unkind about Burger King staff. The abuse they put up with is ridiculous and for minimum wage. First of all, it's not minimum wage. Second of all, they earn their abuse. I never abuse anybody, right? But like, if you hang up on me, then I will abuse you. You know, literally it used to be such a crisis. Used to go, I really want a Burger King, but I just can't have another teenager kiss his teeth at me. Like, I just want to be like, is there anything I could order from you such that it wouldn't piss you off? Do you have anything already made up? I don't want you to be upset. I don't know. I felt like a burger. But Chinese food. We've got two Chinese places. One that's got really loads of good reviews, which we don't really like that much. And one which failed its hygiene rating recently. But the food is actually really good. So they don't deliver. We have to walk around and get it. But that's my preference. I used to work for KFC and I love the Big Daddy box, gravy fillet tower, a piece of chicken chips and a drink. Had been a couple of years since I think KFC's changed now. But it used to be absolutely brilliant. Like I lived opposite a KFC, so I've eaten far too much KFC. It will surprise all of you. Think, Dan, how do you stay so svelte and eat your own body weight in KFC? I was like, well, you know, if you're careful about what you eat, you're not me.
There might be a KFC opening up near us now, where the Burger King used to be.
They opened a KFC in Uckfield and it closed. I've never seen that before. It opened and then it closed, and it was replaced by a Chick King, which I'd never had before, which is a Dubai chain. And I don't like to be unkind because the man was really friendly. He delivered the first time we ordered. It's just like one of those places. There are always takeaways where every time you order, they get your order wrong and they leave something out. It's not funny, isn't it? You've never put too much in. There's never too much food. There's always something missing. There's never, oh God, they've accidentally put a whole burger in there or some beans. No, if you're going to charge me £2.99 for beans, you could occasionally put some free ones in there. No, but it'd be a whole like popcorn chicken for £6 missing. Sorry.
Yeah. It's never like a roll of £20 notes accidentally put in your thing. Yeah.
It's never some napkins. We've just sent you, like, this is a finger food that's covered in grease and breaded grease. What do you mean napkins? You're at home. Use towels. Use carpet. Rosie says it's cheaper to get takeaway than buy all the ingredients and cook it at home. Yeah. Well, no. Because if I go and buy 1.5 kilos of beef and some brioche buns and onions and gherkins and like, if I'm honest, I've tried every type of cheese on a burger, and American melty, not cheese is still the best, right? You buy all of that, it's about an eighth of what you're paying for it. But I have short arms and long pockets. I'm very stingy and don't like paying for takeaways. I saw it as a natural part of life, honestly. For me, it's one of the, I finish work. If Dominique doesn't fancy cooking and I can talk her into having a takeaway, we have these incredibly, I have these sort of hypnotic phrases I use. I said a big takeaway from today at work was that, you don't want to waste a lot of time doing stuff you don't want to do. And if I had to take anything else away from work, by the way, what do you want for dinner? And she'd go, I could make an omelette. No, takeaway. We're having takeaway. There is 500 Indian takeaways in a 1 minute radius where I live. They are constantly trying to outdo each other on Uber Eats, 40 to 50% discounts. Fucking hell. There's only 3 near me. No one's doing any discounts. Right. I will eat anything from Chinese takeaway as long as it doesn't have bamboo shoots. Yeah, bamboo shoots and water chestnuts are fucking pointless.
Oh, they're nice.
They are. They're like warm ice. They have no flavour at all. They're insipid. They taste a bit like what I imagine, and I don't know this before anyone jumps on this comment. They taste a bit like I imagine J-cloth tastes like. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that probably someone was accidentally. They're probably, the way I look at it is probably water chestnuts were probably the end of something really delicious, like the actual chestnut. I don't know. And someone accidentally kept it in there and went, well, they've eaten it. No one's complaining. No one goes, oh, can I have extra water chestnuts? Like when would you do that? Bamboo shoots are all, I don't mind them in a pancake roll. I could eat pancake rolls. Oh, Miller and Carter before the Gooner. Mate, the one in Muswell Hill, that was a regular bone marrow gravy all day. I love Miller and Carter. The little they do a macaroni cheese with lobster tail. Come on. No, Miller and Carter is bloody good. I know it's a chain. And I haven't had a flat iron. Has anyone had a flat? Have you had a flat iron? That's supposed to be brilliant as a chain. It's like eating a raw totty. It is, but listen, if you did eat like raw potato, it would. Bean sprouts are the daddy. You can't like bean sprouts. Is that what you're saying?
I like bean sprouts.
This is so true. The biggest waste of money is Domino's pizza. They should wear ski masks. It's just awful food. It's just, it's the only thing I've realised I'd only ever have Domino's so I can have the wings. Their wings are lovely. The fucking pizza, though, not good. Yeah, it's very Miller and Carter. Like literally every time I used to go in there and eat, I'd have to roll out of there. The steaks are great. I don't think I've ever not had a steak in there. Did I do a roast lunch? Did I make that up? Last time I went to a Miller and Carter, the table behind me took his wife there to ask for. right in at the death. Comment of the night. You can't top that. That's fucking brilliant. Oh, I'd love to. Wouldn't you just love to be a fly on the wall?
I'd love to know who paid for that.
Well, he paid for everything. Would you do you want pudding, love, or can we just get a divorce? We just get a divorce. We just get a divorce. What's that? Oh. Yeah, no, I'm leaving you.
Yeah, I haven't brought my wallet either, so you're having to pay. Bye.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go. Fuck it. Who takes their missus out to divorce them? That must have been brilliant. How did you? Oh, did you overhear it? Then that can't be right. It is. Yeah, everyone agrees. Rosie is dog shit pizza. Bean sprouts are amazing. They're good in. They're not amazing. They're not amazing.
I tell you what, they're really nice raw.
Bean sprouts.
Yeah.
You can get really sick off bean sprouts. There is a. Yeah, they're really dangerous if they're slightly fermented.
Yeah. Well, if you're eating them raw, then they're not fermented at all. But they are really nice raw, though.
Yeah. Now I don't really get why you guys like bean sprouts. Am I losing my mind here? They're just insipid. They taste a bit like. Yeah. No. Yeah. Bean sprouts. What the fuck? It's not 1976. Extortionate and not good. Only good part of Domino's is a garlic and herb dip. Yep, 100%. That's true. That's a fact. The rest of Domino's can fuck off anyway because they did a joke about Arsenal bottling it and they were giving away free bottles. And I was like, nah, that's me. Done with you people. Done. And then I relented and went back because they did a joke about Tottenham. And I was like, oh, you're not all bad. But no, I'm done. And also stop doing jokes about football. What the fuck do you know about football? Probably more than Tottenham. Bean sprouts can cause serious illnesses uncooked. That's right. Oh yeah, no, I definitely think Domino's wearing ski masks is a good shout. But then I said that 60 quid for 3 burgers and 3 sides and 3 drinks. It's like it's getting expensive. If you're ever lucky enough to have a Burger King in the Maldives, Marley, when you arrive by the airport, that's the most expensive fast food I've ever seen in my life. That and the KFC. Very expensive. God, I'm glad that it's turned into a food thing. I haven't eaten today, so tomorrow is a big day for food. But Zanzi, I think we're heading into that part of the evening where I ask you to sum up how you felt about it.
Oh, I was.
Don't hurt yourself, Don't just only if you feel like it, Otherwise, we'll.
It's been emotional in the fact that we didn't get Vinny. I'm gutted.
Gutted.
Yeah, I was seriously thinking about doing some harm to myself, and then I thought, oh well, what the bother? Doesn't matter. Everyone in chat over there, beyond Dan, has been absolutely wonderful. Superb to see Miss Rosie coming at.
I love that she has us on in the background, and the minute we stop banging on about Arsenal, she's like, "Oh, I can get involved in this." We have got to do. Do you know what? We did Mind Candy last week. This week, I will announce a show where it's literally just food. We're just doing food one night this week. Club Tropic Arsenal. It's a food. I'm going to have a burger. We're going to have a food show because we all love food. Come on.
Do you mean a burger or do you mean a sandwich?
Same thing. Literally the same thing. Look at you lighting the touch paper and standing well back. I love this comment so much. Zach bought him and his girlfriend Domino's, asked if I wanted a slice. Turns out it was his girlfriend's pizza. It had tuna on it. I've never been so disappointed in someone. I told him to break up with her. Take her to a Miller and Carter. What will be Miller and Carter? At least is a good restaurant. So if you're having a divorce, at least you had a nice meal. Imagine if someone takes you to a Wimpy or something. His time. He agreed. she's tinted. That's it. You're on your arse, love. They're still together though, regardless of her poor tasting pizza. It'll never work. It's never going to work out years from now. I can just see the wedding day. Beautiful, lifts the veil. He falls in love with her and you. And then you in the back going, she has tuna on a pizza. And he's like, no, it's true. Actually, I can't do this. And then, leaves her crestfallen. Tuna on a pizza is not right. No, it's not. I like tuna. Not on a pizza. Anchovies in a spaghetti bolognese. No, I haven't tried that. I can understand why it might be something that people do, but there's already. See, I would use. It's the thing is, it's an umami and salty flavor. I will say this: when you're roasting lamb, if you pierce the lamb and place anchovy, garlic, and rosemary into and let it cook out, it gives a fantastic flavor. I like anchovy. I'm not against anchovy. I know that's probably confrontational. However, I love a bit of anchovy, right? So I don't mind it, but I wouldn't put it in a bolognese. I bet it works. I'm definitely not saying it doesn't work because I'm sure it gives you that lovely, umami, salty additive. Also Worcestershire sauce, sorry. That is basically just fermented anchovy. So that does. I can imagine that would lift it. Food show, yeah, it's called Foods Ball, and I don't know what day it's going to be, but probably a Thursday. I don't want to compete with the wrestling. Rosie's shocking behaviour. I hope you're talking about Zach's girlfriend. Lemon cupcakes with lemon curd filling, lemon buttercream, and lemon. Yeah, you do. Are you putting this on your channel? When are you going to put some stuff back on your channel again? And if and you have to, I'm gonna ask you when you're free. When I should do the Foods Ball show, because I just think we all love talking about food. It's the one thing that we consistently come back to, isn't it?
I do love lemon meringue.
This sounds absolutely delightful, doesn't it? Is the lemon curd? Is it bought lemon curd, or did you make the lemon curd? Lemon sherbet sugar already has my mouth watering. Lemon cupcakes. You can almost light, spongy, sort of moist, but light with the lemon curd filling, lemon buttercream, and lemon sherbet sugar. Do you want to put a bit of lime or something on that, just to profile it up a little bit?
That's too lemony for me. I'm not against it, but I just
try
go normal butter.
I would try
ice
it. I
cream.
would definitely. I know what you mean. I would.
No,
She said,
I
said,
would
yeah.
just use normal buttercream just to break it up a
But
bit.
the lemon sherbet sugar on it. If you were just using a buttercream, like you said, like or I tell you what, that might be nice with like a custard or a creme pat as well.
I tell you
Fish
what, something daft. I quite eat this now on the evenings. Is a lemon curd sandwich.
Yeah, that takes me back.
Mm.
That takes me back. That used to be a thing. I don't. I mean, I to be honest, I never really liked lemon curd until I had properly made lemon curd, and I was like, oh, this is really. And now my tastes have changed. I like lemon curd now. But I like rose.
My gran used to make lemon curd,
Yeah,
homemade stuff, and it was.
I've never made it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know where you'd start. I don't know what the curd is, but I'd have to. Rosie, did you make the lemon curd, or is that I'm not being judgmental, but I do hope. Bish, where she says fish and meat on pizza is a fucking no. You can't mean that. Ham and pepperoni go on. I like. Yeah, I mean the only thing is, you know what? Domino's ham tastes like sink food. It tastes like not like something you dropped in a sink. I want to be really clear about this. The ham they use at Domino's does not taste like something you've dropped in a sink, a slightly unclean sink, and then put back on a pizza. No, it rather tastes like something that bubbled up through the drain, and you just went, oh, try that on a pizza. It keeps coming up. Fucking brilliant. Oh, what's that?
I have to admit, anchovies on a pizza is good though.
I like anchovies.
Yeah,
I don't have. I like anchovies. I know that sets people off, but my wife just walked past the front room heading to the toilet and said, "Ooh, anchovies." Oh, brilliant. I fucking love it. There we go. Zach took Lauren to Miller and Carter for New Year 2 years ago. They closed the kitchen and refunded them on the night. What? I really love Miller and Carter. There's one near us. Actually, we went to a restaurant before we went to see the Odyssey, and it's called Turtle Bay. And if you're ever in Crawley, I highly recommend it. It's really good Caribbean food. Just really love Caribbean food, all kinds of Caribbean food. That was brilliant. But we were thinking of going to Miller and Carter. But this Caribbean meal, 2 large main courses with 2 sides each and 2 mocktails, 50 quid. That's a bargain, isn't it?
I haven't been to Crawley for 40 plus years now. But it
probably wasn't there then. Yeah, I don't think this place was there then. I don't think the IMAX was there then. I don't think there were people there. I think the Vikings were still there. I think the Vikings had still settled it. I think the Romans were just coming. With food, I have weird taste. Share, Chris. Share. Anchovies are prison food. One of my favorite facts is that in Maryland. No, is it in Maine? It might be the entire state. Prisoners are not allowed to be served lobsters more than 2 or 3 days out of the week.
Oh, that must be a real bugger, isn't it?
What happened was prisoners used to just be served lobsters because they just crawl up and no one else would eat lobsters. So prisoners were always served lobsters and they complained. So now it's on the state statute. You're not allowed to serve lobster more than 3 times a week to prisoners. And they're like, oh.
I can remember something in history going back sort of, it was during the sort of time of Henry VIII, that sort of thing. And the palace servants complained about the fact that they're getting venison too much.
I don't like venison. See, around here you'd get venison too much because I've got a friend who's like he hunts venison because they're basically a pest. So he's killed 13 in one session, and he can butcher them as well. So he butchers them, and no one wants the meat. And he's like you could take all this care and you get like 80 quid for an entire animal, and then you go and have it in the restaurant. It's like 20 quid for a little bit of fillet. It's like, but I'm just not mad about venison. The only thing bought is the lemon sherbet sugar. Oh, so you make the lemon curd. Love lemon meringue. I do as well. Vanilla and lemon buttercream, mad. Prison food. That's one expensive prison. Yeah. Anchovies, olives, avocado, ravioli, blue cheese. Ravioli, you can't say you don't like ravioli. There's loads of different. Ravioli is just a shape of pasta. You can't just blue cheese. These are all prison foods. Do you know what? You would make a great prison warden. Right. All you've got is olives, avocados, tapenade.
Yeah. I'll tell you something, but blue cheese is funny because if you buy a lot of the stuff from Tesco's or whatever supermarket, normally it's pretty naff. But if you go into a shop which sells cheeses, just cheeses, like we used to have here,
A fromagerie.
and that they will have the whatever you call it of blue cheese, the whole lot. And you say, "Oh, can I try some of that?" And they spoon it out the thing, and you try it, and it's absolutely fucking gorgeous.
I have to say, I like blue cheese. I like, but I like Stilton is an incredible cheese. Something that the English don't get. There are more varieties of English cheese than there are of French cheese. But when it comes to blue cheese, I am no kind of connoisseur. But a Roquefort, one of those, I think they are great cheeses. It's another one that's divisive, isn't it? How can you not? It is clockenders. We do this. This is Rosie lives this every time with us because you go, how can you not like olives and avocado? Like we want Boy Tendio. If he was here, he'd already be talking about bananas on pizza again and questioning about the avocado. I put gravy on pasta. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is weird. But, like in New York, they call ragu gravy. They call like tomato sauce, marinara sauce or like gravy. The New York Italians I know call it gravy. You got to have gravy on your pasta. And it's like, we call gravy something different. And they're like, well, what do you call gravy? So we call gravy. I don't know what you're doing with our fucking language, but no, come on, Chris. Do you mean bisto? Because that's Aga could kind of get on board with this now. You know those tortellini shapes you can buy in the plastic pack. You just dump them in water. Just imagining those with a cup of bisto over it.
I think it was when I was in France, and I had possibly the best pizza I've ever had, and it was one of these things where what do you want on it? And I think I had anchovies and I had pepperoni, not pepperoni, but Milano salami.
Oh, yeah, salami.
And olives as well.
Black olives on a pizza, love. I'd probably go very basic on a pizza. I try not to have more than 3 toppings, but of course I'm a greedy git, so I often do. But mushrooms, black olives, ham, obviously, and loads of cheese. I love this though. I put gravy on pasta. Chris, get out. Stay, Chris. Don't let him make you leave. Rosie, the first lady of the channel. Where have you been? She's been listening, waiting for you wait. Food time comes. Rosie's here, and you did answer the question about uploading to your channel, which I hope you are. I've heard you saying that before. I love you. That's hilarious. Gravy on pasta. Can't lie. Love me some gravy. I know, but there's a time and place for gravy in it. It's like, come on. Have you ever seen that Lionsgate? These 2 Italian guys who say approved. They watch people making Italian recipes, and they go approved. So I'd love to see what they would make of someone just pouring bisto over some spaghetti. Maybe I'll do it. Shall I do it? What kind of pasta shape do you favour for your? Do you make the gravy yourself?
I don't know why it wouldn't work though.
It would work. No one's saying it wouldn't work. In Austria, when we goulash, we eat a pasta with it, and usually when you have a paprikash, which is chicken in paprika sauce, they serve it with fettuccine or tagliatelle, and it's cooked to mush. Like, we don't eat it al dente in Austria. We eat it like slippery and mushy. I'm quite happy to make. Listen, Chris, do you know what? I made banana pizza. Fuck it, let's do this. talk to me about this recipe for pasta and gravy, because I think it could be a goer. I don't think it necessarily. Would you use a bisto? Chris is thinking I was only joking. This guy's taking me seriously.
That can't be much different though than I can't even think what the bloody meal is. You know, it's where you have sheets of pasta.
Lasagna.
Yeah. Like it can't be much worse than a lasagna because it's got the meat in, isn't it? Which is like beefy.
See, this is the England I grew up in. You're perfectly describing the England I grew up in, where there was like one Italian restaurant in the town, and you go in there, and it probably would be like a tin of ravioli, and you know, someone's gone. It's like a lasagna. It's you know, some pasta and some bisto and a block of cheddar. You know, what could go wrong? Just please, Chris, I need to know. The amount of money my wife spends on it, I wish I had shared a black card for Mr. Kipling's. I haven't bought Mr. Kipling's in ages, but I like the French fancies. Dan made a jazzy song and he name dropped you. Pretty fab. Yeah, that's the Well, she knows that. It's a Tuesday Club song. It's been the Tuesday Club song for ages. Only place for gravy is on a roast, and that's it. And even then, it's got to be a jus. Not this thick bisto shit, clockenders. Do you know what? Like, we're going to do this. We're having If I don't hear from Chris Nix, who's basically can't believe I'm serious. I'm serious. Pasta and gravy. It's happening. It's happening. Number one pizza is pepperoni pizza. Depends on the pepperoni, doesn't it? Gravy on mashed potatoes. Bisto. On roast potatoes. On Yorkshire puddings. Gravy goes on anything. You can have gravy on dessert.
I try not to put the gravy on Yorkshire pudding because I like the Yorkshire pudding to be crisp and nice.
Well, you know when they're nice big ones and you've got the well in the middle.
Yeah.
That's what that's for. That's for gravy. There's a place in Camden Market that does a roast dinner like a burrito, but wrapped in a Yorkshire pudding.
But for me, gravy near the Yorkshire pudding is like tin tomatoes next to the fried bread.
I'd quite like to see that now. I have this image of you being like, not like if I'd invited you round and we'd made you a lovely roast dinner, you know, and you were sitting there, and I had deliberately put the gravy a bit near the. Would you say something? Would you just sort of sit there and complain to yourself? Would you be like, but usually I prefer the gravy to not be touching my Yorkshire pudding? Would you be like that?
No. It's the fact that I don't like it poured on the Yorkshire pudding.
Well, if I did, I went, there are lashings of gravy for you. Would you say something?
I'd eat it.
Yeah, you'd be polite.
I just wouldn't come back for a second.
All the way home in the car, you'd be like, you fucking all over my fucking...
I'll be mithering. Fucking gravy on the fucking Yorkshire pudding.
I'm fucking not going back there. I don't care whose birthday it is. Right. I love this. Chris, are you alive? There's an appetite for this. Pardon the pun. Dan eating gravy on pasta. All right. I can't wait forever, Chris. It was you that suggested this ridiculousness. I'm doing it. I'm doing bisto. Until I hear from him, I can't know if this is right or no. So we're going to do tagliatelle con bisto. Anything else? Does anyone else have any suggestions that are mental that I'm going to try? I've had banana and pizza. Why not? I mean, I don't think it'll taste bad anyway. We know what it'll taste like. It'll taste like pasta. I might do fusilli with gravy. But I don't think that'll go viral. He's run away. He's gone, I can't believe these people. I put gravy on pasta. That's 11 minutes ago. Chris! Paging Chris Nix. Chris Nix, please come to the front desk and talk about gravy and pasta. There we go. Gravy on pasta, Malt Licky, Texas. Come on, man. That's an American thing. Come on, man. Come on. You know you'd have that in Texas. I don't know if this is in keeping with where we are in the evening, but we got Trossard, we got the German goalkeeper, the best midfielder, Orkun Kutchu is in our team, Salah and Vlahovic coming too. We are the Europa League and we will be champions. Besiktas. Hope so, man. Good for you. don't watch Turkish football much, but God, there's not a country in the world that's more passionate about football, is there? You lot are mad for it. It's like people who call a roll a bomb cake. Just leave. I don't know what a bomb cake is, but that's a Nottingham thing, isn't it? Isn't that like a Nottingham thing?
Never heard of it.
I think I have heard of it. It's like but we'll have to. I'm not
I'll
confident enough
have to Google that.
Yeah, is it balm? Is that like maybe it's a Geordie thing? Balm cake. I'm trying to think. No, that was Stotty bread. I ordered a few boxes of Mr. Kipling Bramley apple to ship to me here in the States, and it was pants, not as delicious as they used to be. Seemed dried and crumbled. I can believe that. I can absolutely believe that. By the time it gets to you, I don't think that's improved it. Viva Besiktas, I am waiting. I imagine Chris adds gravy to the top of penne. Penne it is then. Is there anything else in this, or is he literally? Is that a studentmeal.com? Like it's one of those 25p sacks of pasta that you buy in the, and then a Bisto gravy granules.
I think Neil actually pours gravy into a mug and then gets the penne out of.
Yeah. The spaghetti. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm making it. We also want Gabriel Jesus. Can't leave him, unfortunately. We need him for. Oh, go on then. Did Vlahovic? If we don't get Vlahovic, he's a free agent now, isn't he? Dusan Vlahovic. That's how the mighty have fallen from Fiorentina to Juventus to being linked with us every season. Didn't want him. Didn't want to come. Now, Besiktas. Was that you saying you're in the Europa League? We're in the Europa League. Brilliant. Listen, I hope you win it. I don't have any other. Tim Ream just won the MLS All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Son looked dreadful. What is that? They do like a special. Is it like? Oh God, there are some things that are just better in America. Portion sizes are definitely better in America. But Tim Ream All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. They did that skills. Do you remember when we did the pre-season friendly and they did a skills challenge and Kai Havertz couldn't be asked? Do you remember?
Roughly, yeah, sort of.
A couple of years ago. I really like it. But we're not in America this year. We're doing... What are the games? Well, Saturday is a watch-along. Before Saturday will be an eat-along. Has anyone ever done one of them? Yeah, let's do that. Right. Let's see if I can get Clockenders to do this. And I think we all know the answer. I will put out the ingredients for gravy and penne. And I expect you all to make yourself a portion of penne. We can do an eat-along. No, Dan. Okay. My favourite Turkish team, Clockender says, I don't have a favourite Turkish team. Besiktas, Fenerbahce, and Galatasaray are the only two I know.
And the oh god, what do you call it?
Galatasaray?
No, the takeaway where you get the Turkish big long food, then they cut it all off.
Döner.
Dollar, yeah.
Döner.
At the
Döner.
Turkish kebab house down the road from where I used to work.
Gyros and Döners. I like it. I mean, they're the same, but I do go with the Greek gyros. Slightly better flavour for me than the Döner. But I'm a kebab fiend.
But the lad there was an Arsenal and Besiktas follower.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what's great about growing up in North London, that you get so many, Turkish. Green Lanes is basically some of the best Turkish food. I've never been to Turkey, so I can only imagine it's better in Turkey, but it's bloody good in Hackney and Green Lanes. Unfortunately, he's now not forcing through a move to Arsenal, so it's if not when. User H, that's an unusual name. User HY2JY7GQ3E. Yeah, no, I don't think he is going to force it through, but I think Newcastle are broadly accepting that they're going to sell him. I'm saying, listen, you probably weren't here for the start of the show where I said I believe this is happening because I dreamt it, which I know doesn't make it as credible as here we go. I know if David Ornstein did an article saying I'm reasonably sure that Arsenal will be signing Bruno Guimarães because I had too much cheese one night and when I woke up I dreamt it. There's a bomber. Brian back. What time do you call this? Yes, when we first signed him from Chelsea. Who? Who did we sign from Chelsea? Oh, Kai Havertz. Yes, that's right. Yeah. No, was it the season that was the first season that we signed him? I don't know if it was, but I'm not disagreeing with you. But yeah, he was very maybe you're right. Maybe it was the first season. Very nonchalant. Back to the cheese. I love me some boursin. I make a nice lasagna mixing boursin with ricard. I like a ricard in anything. I could eat ricard every day of the week. Spinach and ricard. I like gala only because I used to see Hakan Suka celebrating gala every week on Euro goals on Europe. Hakan Suka, yeah, that's a while ago now. I just remember when Graham Souness put a flag. Was it a Galatasaray flag in the Fenerbahce or one of those two? I honestly, I was going to ask Mr. Tom about Harry Kewell, whether he thinks he's the worst ever traitor for going to Galatasaray, because obviously the Leeds fans that were killed by the Galatasaray fans. We can't be champions for 5 years. We changed many coaches after 21. They couldn't adapt, but this year we are determined. We will win championships again. Fener has not been a champion for 13 years. Do you know what will break if you subscribe to this channel, you will be champions. That's how it works. After 10, Don or gyros doesn't matter to me. And yes, give me the chili sauce. Chili sauce, my friend. Chili sauce, tomates, chili sauce. I fucking love doner kebab. That's my heartbreak here. I've had to start making doner kebabs myself because in the local area, they can't make them for shit.
I'm not a big fan on that, so I always go the garlic mayo when I have my.
If you can have both, they don't let you have both. Why don't they let you have both?
I'm not keen on the chili though. That's why.
Oh, unless you think it's a gherkin.
Yeah.
Right. Chris Nix has left me hanging. I've got to go to sleep because I've got to get up early again tomorrow. Zanzi.
Anyway, Dan, brilliant. I've already said all those people over there are brilliant. All those people over there, fucking useless. I never said anything. But those people, brilliant. Dan, yes, it's a. Sorry, I'm in blue, mate. You're in black. I could have worn blue. I almost wore black again, actually.
You know what? It's weird when we sync up, but it doesn't happen every time. But your background has been legend.
Well, it is. That's it. Because it's,
it's beautiful.
Tropical, isn't it? Because it's summer.
Properly tropical. It looks like the wallpaper in Scarface.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not very good with films, but you probably know that.
I've been made aware of that. Hakan Suka is a terrorist. Has not been until he fled to the USA. I don't think that's where you go don't flee to America if you're a terrorist. They're pretty strong in that. Doner kebab, cheesy chips, garlic mayo, Zanzidos, clock enders. On Thursday, there'll be plenty of time I think we're going to do the show on Thursday, Foods Ball, right? And I'm going to see if we can capture people out with like Cheeseburger is signing for Arsenal or something like that. I don't know. There's time to think about it. As ever, and I've got to say, like, I know I was kind of dreading this period of the transfer window and everything. I've loved this week's shows, Sunday and Tuesday. Absolutely loved it. Could do this every night. I will try and cement Thursday earlier. Who knows? We might even get Malia in. You know, this is a bit late for Malia, but she does her best. I hope she's watching. Malia, I hope you're watching and catch up. To all of you, the comment of the night, there were a few to choose from, it has to be said. But last time I went to a Miller and Carter table, behind me took his wife to ask for a divorce. That's the beginning of a fantastic short story and the end of a fantastic short story all at once. Brilliant stuff. Mortley Texas says good night. Clock enders, cheers, boys. My favourite team in England is Arsenal. London is red. You are absolutely right. And on that bombshell, well, that factoid, be lucky. Lots of love.